but ultimately it just didn't feel right to me. Maybe in the future I'll feel like, I mean, and I am kind of being validated a little bit because I'm realizing like, oh yeah, like Ethan is like fucking posting on his stories like fucking, he's like
by validated he means attention. He
Yeah.
got the attention he wanted, and he
Yeah.
did it by surgically attaching his face to Hassan's asshole. Ian's tattoos are found on a random skateboard. No, skateboarders take more pride in their board, dude. I wouldn't want to insult them.
No.
Even Bam.
I think I just want other people to feel like they can speak.
To like me. I just want
Yeah,
other people
yeah.
to like me.
Why are you acting like you are just some hero?
I mean, he's going to
Like,
give
what-
some
why is-
altruistic reason that's going to make
Yeah.
him sound like a hero, but
No,
the reality of
that's
it
not
is,
what you
I
are.
just want other people to like me. Everybody seems to love Ethan, no matter how many times he
Yeah.
messes up, he can rebuild his audience. And I've been unable to do that. He's so fucking envious of, like, Ethan that it's insane. He's just fucking seething.
How, for the average person, how fucking insane do you sound that you're going through making some type of big charity event or going through and just like advocating against the most obviously immoral thing that's happened so clearly in front of all of our eyes in a very long time, just saying that that's bad and that the people doing that need to be held accountable is...
First of all, you're disconnected from the average person if you think the average person gives a fuck about a desert war on the other side of the fucking ocean. The average American doesn't give a fuck about that. I challenge you. I challenge any of you to get up out of your fucking streaming chair and go make that video. Go to a fucking Walmart with a camera and a microphone and stop a bunch of random people as they come in the door and ask them about Israel or Palestine and see the reaction that you get. Most of them won't give a shit about it. What, you're gonna walk past some old redneck white couple at a Cracker Barrel and they're talking about Israel? It's not fucking happening, man. This is not the average voter thing. What, do you think that gangster black guy is out there with his boys just sitting there rapping about Israel? Shut the fuck up. This shit's not, the average American isn't fucking talking. They're just not. I'm sorry, they're not.
Well, people, what do you think about Israel Palestine?
Hey, Dookie Shoes. Somebody asked Dookie Shoes what do you think about Israel and Palestine. Shit. Don't get me started on Israel and Palestine there. Dookie Shoes got a lot to say about Israel Palestine.
Dookie Shoes love
The fuck up, man. Real people ain't talking about this shit. This is an internet topic.
Oh my God.
Now on to the meat and tomatoes of tonight's
The
content.
meat and tomatoes?
It's a saying.
No.
That's
not
the
how
main course, basically.
That's not
the
how
saying.
the saying goes. Who's eating meat and tomatoes?
You never had filet mignon?
Meat
put a
and
little tomato on there?
potatoes.
Meat and tomatoes. That's what I
No,
said.
meat and potatoes.
You don't put potatoes on a filet mignon. You get one of them
The
bacon
saying-
wrap. You get one of
the
them bacon
saying
wrap
is
venison. They put some of
meat
those
and potatoes.
some of those parsley leaves. Now that's just for presentation. You ain't supposed to eat them. And then
Thank
they put
you.
some of them diced tomatoes on there. Sprinkle some of that sauce.
I,
Cook it medium rare, just nice and juicy.
Sure.
Oh,
but the saying
it's like a
is
mouthgasm.
the saying is meat and potatoes.
I don't believe that.
Okay.
Agree to disagree. All right.
Oh God.
So I don't know how long this actual interview is. I couldn't find the interview itself or just a clip of that. So I got the full live stream. So Noah Samsung did a live stream. Probably a couple days late to this, for a fundraiser. But he interviewed a bunch of creators, but they're all basically the people in that orbit that he already
Yeah.
works with anyway. And I don't care about what Mike from PA had to say. So we're gonna skip all of that bullshit and go straight to him talking to iDubbbz because I heard it was pretty bad.
Oh God. It. Okay.
And look, I heard it was a charity thing.
So
I guess
You're
because it's
gonna
got
have
this
to-
wheel for charity, and I heard it was a charity thing. You're gonna know it. You're gonna notice Noah Samsung's hair immediately in this. And yes, he looks like gay Two-Face. but I hear it's for charity, so we're gonna give it a pass, okay?
Kate.
Yeah, just all right. So we're gonna give it a pass.
So you are gonna have to like explain to me who people are.
All right. Well, you know who iDubbbz is. The only other person here is Noah Samsung.
Yeah.
He's a bread tuber.
What the fuck is bread tube?
What the fuck is bread tube? Oh my god, how far I disconnected her. All right. I know you're not terminally online.
No,
You're
I'm not.
my normie wife. It's
Yes.
adorable. I don't know where the phrase came from, but breadtube is what they call the far left content creators on YouTube,
Okay.
which I have some of their stuff queued up that we're going to watch
Okay.
probably another stream.
Mhm.
But these are the kind of people who make videos and they're pretty much the
The crazy QAnon of the
yeah,
left.
like they're like the communists. They're the people who make everything's bad because capitalism or
Yeah.
America bad people. Yeah, and they have some of the wildest, most incoherent takes you can find on the fucking internet. And from what I understand, BreadTube's dying because like all of them are just begging for money on live stream because they can't pay rent anymore.
I think my headset just turned off. Yep. I charged it like the other night.
Where's that cord at? Here, plug it up. And you should be able to use it while it's plugged up.
Okay.
Because we're getting ready to start this. Let me see if I can find, and of course, no, Samsung does not do timestamps. So I'm just going to scrub through this video real quick until I see iDubbbz' ugly face pop up on screen. And that's where I'll pick it up from.
Now, iDubbbz is the one that irritates me. His voice is irritating.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
both of their voices are going to irritate you.
Oh, God
if you think
damn.
that iDubbbz is bad, Noah Samsung is the most monotone, boring sounding person on the planet, which is why I heard this is going to be hard to get to because it's two insufferable people interviewing each
Being
other. And
insufferable. Yeah. Gotcha.
okay, there we go. That's the first time you see iDubbbz' face on screen, so let's just go for it. There he is. Yeah.
Yeah.
There
Crazy
he is.
pants.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the guy with the crazy face, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, let's do a sound check for you. You got your headset back on?
Yep.
All right, cool. We got sound. There's a bread tuber that just had a video about Hela there called Soft Take. I might add that to the list because there's nothing I like more than making fun of a bread tuber as I watch them slowly descend into bankruptcy. And all of them are begging for money. It's pretty fucking
Why
hilarious.
do they call them bread tubers?
I have no idea. And I'm too lazy to Google it.
I'm too lazy to figure
Unlike
it out.
Denims, I'm not going to make some shit up or just pretend. I'm just going to admit that I'm too lazy to Google it. I don't care. All right. Let's go.
I respect that.
Let's go gameplay stream for this one because we're going to lock in for a little while, guys. This is the meat and potatoes.
Potatoes.
I
Yes.
combined them. Potatoes.
Potatoes.
Yeah.
What?
It's a mixture of
No, it's
tomatoes
not.
and potatoes.
It's not.
Science will figure it out. You'll
Okay.
see. All right.
Why am I looking at a big ass?
I don't
cat?
know why the cat's there. Did I fuck up? I think I fucked up. Oh, I hit the button and it swapped forward. Okay, there we go.
I
Let's
do need to go get a dog at some point.
go back to, yeah, right there. That's where it started. Okay. I must have clicked something by accident when I tried to
Yeah.
pop out the screen. All right. So, let's see how bad this interview is.
Things.
What up? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Nice.
Trying to.
How's
iDubbbz
it
is
going?
significantly louder than him, so I'm trying
Going
to.
well.
I guess that's the best I'm going to be able to adjust
I've
the
had a very
volume.
productive day.
What are you working on?
Two of the most boring people on the planet interviewing
I
one
have
another.
been doing some editing. I got something cooking up. I went
be kept
to
under wraps.
Walgreens to do some.
Wait, so there is going to be a
Take
third
some,
video? I thought he said he
passport
wasn't going to do
photos.
another video. But it sounds like he's hinting at another
uh,
video he's going to do.
Anissa and I ate some ketchup chips and some mustard chips.
Ooh. Are you in Canada or something, or isn't that a Canadian?
We're headed
thing?
there.
Ah. So you're
Yeah.
warming up.
Yeah, we're warming up. No, there. If anyone sees the hot mustard Doritos
Why do they call it bread tube? The term bread tube derives from Peter Kropotkin's Peter Crop Top. The Conquest of Bread, a book explaining how to achieve anarcho-communism and how an anarcho-communist society would function. I googled it. Yeah, so it's some anarchy communist fucking
Thing. Yeah.
out there bullshit.
Yeah.
Because anarchy wouldn't work. Just
No.
on its face, that wouldn't work. What, every day's supposed to be the goddamn purge? That's anarchy.
I guess.
Yeah, that wouldn't work. And communism hasn't worked any time it's been tried. Unless you guys want, Mr. Gorbachev to put that wall back up. I mean, it's a bunch of people who just don't know what they're talking about. These are the TikTok people, the crazy haired, septum pierced TikTok people. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Burritos at the store.
Who's the black? The fuck out of my chat, man.
Give those a shot.
Pretty good.
Very good.
Nice, man.
We're live, yeah?
Yeah. Sorry, I keep forgetting to mention that to my guests.
No,
but-
I mean, it should be obvious. I just felt, for some reason, I felt the need to ask.
Always get a check.
God damn, when did he
Oh.
become
we're
so
live.
boring?
This is day
Oh my
6 of the
God.
stream, and I'm glad you were down to come on. You were a highly requested guest.
I'm supposed to watch this and believe, because if people in my comments are to believe, are to be believed, I'm supposed to believe that these content creators are popular without Hassan. That if Hassan quit streaming and retired tomorrow, they would still have a career. You guys function as his waiting room and nothing more. You have nothing to bring to the table beyond being a waiting room for Hassan. You are piggybacking off of him, and without him, you are nothing. Holy fuck. I imagine they'd probably have some people who would hang on for a little bit, but that would be it. There's no way. There's just no way.
Because we're gonna
Of course. Fucking awesome,
drama
dude.
and debate and all that. Yeah, I mean, is there anything you wanted to talk about in terms of the internet?
Not really. I'm open to anything. I saw you were playing some of those geography games before this, and fucking, I like that shit.
Oh, God
Play a
damn.
little GeoGuessr? Yeah, I'm super down.
I mean, I'm also, I'm good to debate. I'm good to.
I was not supposed to be seen by anybody. I fucked that up. I wasn't paying attention. I feel like now that we've grown up, the old content cops might have not actually aged as well as we thought that they would. But I don't know. I just can't imagine Ian being funny. No, the old content cops hold up. Like you can still go back and watch those. You'll have to find an archive channel that has them because he hates his old content so much he deleted it. But those old videos held up, and that's because he's not being held back. And he's not being beholden to an audience. He's just being him. Then he got his first taste of punani.
Oh God.
And yeah, basically now, I'm not even going to say he's audience captured. He's pussy whipped. Everything that he does has to be run past Anissa. He even took her last name. Like everything that he does has to be approved by her. So he can't do that edgy stuff anymore because she doesn't want to be associated with it. Yeah, like everything gets ran past her. He's still that guy. That guy's still in there. She's just cucked him. She's just, yes, I am not Ethan. I will call you a cuck. I will call you what you are. The cuck who took his wife's last name. Like, she even cucked your name. So I'm not going to say that she ruined him. He was just an incel, and this is what happens to every incel as soon as they get their first girlfriend or their first taste of ass. As soon as they get that, they become so whipped that they don't think for themselves anymore. All they can think about is how somebody finally let me inside them, and I need to keep doing what I need to do to stay inside them. Oh, yeah. He also bought her fake boobs.
Oh, God.
So you watch her old videos and she's got boobs, but then they had
Yeah.
the fake boobs removed so she could do the boxing event that they fucked up, and now she never even boxed in neither event, not Creator Clash 2 or 3.
Hold on. So she had them removed so she could box.
Yep, she had them removed and she started training.
And
I
she
think that was for
didn't
Creator Clash 2.
even-
So that was from the one that lost $250,000. And then she ended up not fighting in that event. And neither one of them ended up fighting in this event, which has now been put on an indefinite postponed,
So,
which is
hold
basically
on. So
the,
how did
the
her
nice
boobs
way of
get
saying
messed
cancer.
up? They got messed up when they took them out?
No, she just didn't have any boobs. He bought her boobs,
Oh.
and now she doesn't have boobs again because they removed the boobs so she could box, and
Okay,
then she
but
didn't end
why
up
is-
boxing.
But why doesn't she just get them put back in?
Maybe she's happy being boobless, and it's not like her husband's gonna grow a pair and put his foot down and be like, "Boobs or I'm out," because he ain't going nowhere.
Well,
He ain't. Yeah, boobs or I'm out. I can tell you right now.
I know.
Let me tell you right now. I know we've been together for almost 15 years at this point.
We've been together almost 20 years.
Okay,
at this
well,
point.
whatever. The point is, if you told me tomorrow that you want to get those reduced,
Oh my God.
you must want to get a new husband too, because I'm just no. Oh, this is a package deal I signed up for. We ain't gonna Darth Vader this and alter the deal. No, fuck that. Fuck that.
Talk shit. I'm good to, just talk about what's happening on Twitter, elsewhere.
What is
We
happening
can
on
talk
Twitter?
about.
Yeah, what is
fucking-
happening
What
on
is
Twitter?
happening?
We can talk about Ethan Klein's Instagram stories. We can talk about the Palestinian plight.
Keep walking,
We can
buddy.
talk about what my dog was doing today.
All sorts of good topics. I guess we'll start with something small like the Palestinian plight. When you were talking about it in the, I guess, video, you brought up.
Yes, please talk about Israel and Palestine.
Anything.
Normally,
but
I don't.
you
I mean, any topic now
chips
other than
or
what you
some
guys are
shit.
doing, because this is terrible. But please talk about Israel and Palestine. Normally, I don't give a fuck about politics whatsoever, and I'll be the first to admit that I know nothing about Israel or Palestine. But I'm also not pretending like I do. Please talk about it with iDubbbz, because I know he knows as much as I do, only he's pretending like he cares about it. So I want to see him fumble this. Please talk about it with him. Please.
The topic of like Israel Palestine in kind of through the lens of what Ethan was
Watch his
saying
face.
about
Watch his
it
face.
and how
you
this
can
group
see
of
in his face like,
creators were talking
oh, why are we going there? He
I was
knows he
wondering
has
if,
to, but he doesn't
um,
want to.
there was
He's
much
worried.
in that more
Yeah.
political vein that you wanted to say and perhaps didn't talk about in the video intentionally given the target audience, or like if that even was a an intentional choice, or just to keep it focused more on the I guess the stuff with you and Ethan specifically, if that was like more the
Yeah.
goal.
That's a good question. I think I'm still kind of trying to find my place on the internet, and I think I want to be productive, and I want to do things that I, and speak on things that I care about. But I also know there's like different ways of doing that. I see videos like that you make, and a lot of the people that you've brought onto your stream.
Ask him what his favorite video of yours is. I don't believe he's watched a single Noah Samsic video. I don't. Really? Which one's your favorite?
Something that I've noticed with a lot of your guys' stuff is that it's so information dense, and it isn't drama. It's like, it's a little further down the funnel. And I feel like, I might be a little bit more top of the funnel. And I really don't mind that. And I kind of want to, I think it's fine to be to say free Palestine, and also
That's right. Say the mantra. Say the mantra. They're not a cult, but they will fill your comment sections. Seriously, go look at the comment sections on any of my videos related to anything about iDubbbz or Ethan, which I only care about the drama. I don't care about the politics part. I skip over the politics part. I literally only care about the drama section. But yeah, go look at the comments on any of those, and it's just people chanting free Palestine over and over again. They say it like it's a fucking mantra, like a cult, but they're not a cult though. They'll tell you they're not a cult. That's how you know they're not a cult. The fuck, man. How do I get out of here? I can't see shit.
roll around in some of the drama slop. And, I just think for some people who are a little bit more
I make
like,
slop now,
I don't know, apolitical or just like not really engaged, that a video like mine might be their first exposure to it potentially. And so I know that to not make some people fall asleep, it being on something that people obviously care about, a little bit more.
Oh, there we go.
I don't know, casually. It's the drama stuff. So that's the main reason. It's just like I want, and that's another reason as well. There's so many like well-educated people to speak on this, and I feel like I don't necessarily want people to get the the full scoop and the full bread from me, just like an intro potentially.
So he's avoiding the topic. Okay.
I can see that. I think a lot of creators have that same feeling as like post October 7th, where it's like the feeling where you should be speaking on this and the kind of moral imperative to speak on it, but also not having necessarily a firm background or academic background on the subject can kind of...
You, uneducated person who knows nothing about this, because you're popular on the internet, you should be speaking about it. What? Okay.
Cause apprehension, I think, and that's understandable. I think the way you brought it in, I'm glad you brought it into the video, especially under the circumstances of like, this is what Ethan's saying. And I'm wondering, or this is what Ethan's saying.
He's bringing it into the video because you guys helped write it for him. You probably wrote a majority of it for him, because that Content Cop H3 quickly turned into Content Cop Israel.
Videos about Ethan, but obviously these things mean a lot more if you're aware of the full context of like what he said about Yoav Gallant, or I mean just any of the clips you played of him talking. And I'm wondering what the response was like from people, if there was any sort of inquisitive comments about the politics of the situation, like were people like like what you're talking about, top of the funnel. Like, did you get that sense from some? I know a lot of it was about the drama, but did you see anything, whether in the comments or elsewhere on the internet, that like led you towards the belief that the video is serving as a top funnel?
Yeah. As I give you my answer, I just want to say, while you were talking, it sounded like the mics.
That's right. He's above the drama as he talks about his drama video.
Yeah.
God, he's got his head so far up his own ass, dude. Jesus Christ.
Source switch to like your webcam or something. I'm not sure.
Okay. This is just going to be an hour of these two jerking each other off, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like that's what this is going to be.
Just so you know, I can hear you just fine.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, it's really hard, right? There's a lot of comments, and it seems like I got, like, from what I could tell, like a pretty even mixture, 50-50. Like, some people are like, oh, this is way too, like, into politics. They thought there's a lot of people who thought the video was too centered around Israel-Palestine. I was like, in my mind, that's crazy, because I felt like it was just the smallest touch of that.
So if I pull up the transcript for that video right now, and I Control F for the word Israel, how many times do you think that's going to be mentioned, since it's such a small part of it? Anybody want to place a bet? Like, we can just go watch it. Like, it was the majority of the video. Was you complaining about politics that 6 months ago you didn't give a shit about?
And then there were some people who said the exact opposite, and they were like, "Oh, this is just like this is something that should have been addressed behind closed doors. Like this is way like personal. This is your personal gripe or whatever that you're
Also
you know
true.
making public." So I got a little bit of both, and I
The real victims here and the real people that you hurt in the process who would have definitely benefited from you doing it behind closed doors, or I don't know, maybe waiting 2 months until after your big boxing event, because you have just tainted this boxing event with a bunch of creators who have nothing to do with politics. Like 2 of them are fucking Minecraft streamers, and all of a sudden they have had a fucking desert war injected into their charity boxing event, and they're just getting hate comments and confusion because you didn't even tell them you were going to do it. You didn't, like you gave them no warning, and now I hear it's been canceled, but not canceled because the fighters seem confused. Some of them are saying it's been postponed indefinitely, which is corporate speak for canceled, but we don't want to call it canceled.
Yeah.
But if they call it canceled, then they got to do refunds, so they don't want to call it that yet.
Yeah.
And then there's ones going, I don't know what's going on, man. One of them doesn't even know your wife's name, so he doesn't even know who he's boxing for. Like just the amount of communication breakdown around your boxing event that you clearly don't care about because you've chose to focus on this instead is how is that not talked about more?
I'm pretty satisfied with that because I feel like
I'm
that's
glad you're
probably,
happy you screwed all those fighters over.
the sweet spot. You know, if people can say both of them.
And what's even worse is a lot of those creators in that boxing event, one of which works for Ethan. And I don't understand how Ethan's still the bad guy in this. So AB is the producer at H3. So he's one of the guys in the booth. His wife was going to box in this event.
Okay, yeah.
She had to pay out of pocket to do the training, to get the plane ticket, to handle all the accommodations. And she was told
She would be
that she would be reimbursed, night of the fight,
Yeah.
because the fighters do get paid. So she was going to
Yeah.
get enough money to cover all her expenses and then some. So she went into debt like $12,000.
No.
And then he cancels the event,
Oh my God.
which means now she's not getting paid.
And she's in debt.
And did he offer to pay her back that $12,000?
No.
No. Ethan is. The guy who's not responsible for the fight. The boss at her job is offering to reimburse her because he won't. The boss at her job is saying, I'll do what he won't and I'll reimburse you. He's going to give her $12,000 on top of the salary he's already paying her, just out of his pocket for an event that had nothing to do with him. Yeah. Just to support his own fucking, just to support his employee. How is iDubbbz not getting shit for that? And how many of the other creators are in a similar boat where they've paid out money and they've been training and they're expecting to get paid night of, and now they're being told there is no night of? Like, how many? Was it just her? Because if it was just her that didn't get paid in advance, then that just highlights another problem. Like, there's no way you can spin this where it's not iDubbbz's fault. And for some reason, that just, I don't know, somehow that still ends up being, everything's just Ethan's fault, I guess. Got to do everything we can to justify that CPS call.
Yep.
Of those things.
Yeah. You said you were still searching for a space on the internet or a space with what you're making. Obviously, after you went woke, that has made it like in a new space that you have to navigate. And where?
How long is it going to take you to figure it out, man? Like, when was his apology? Like when did he go on his apology tour and become woke? Wasn't it like 6 fucking years ago? Like,
What?
how fucking long do you need to take to... You are taking longer to find yourself than a lesbian in college. Like, I just... How?
Hold on,
Just
so-
fucking how?
So he
He went on an apology tour
Went-
to apologize for his old content, and then he deleted it all. And
Yeah,
he's been
yeah.
trying to make himself relevant again ever since. And that was like 6 years ago. I think the whole point behind him joining Hassan and them is It's got nothing to do with money because everybody's like, it's
Yeah.
chasing clout. Well, I mean, it is clout, but it's not clout for money. It's clout because you saw Ethan do the same thing. And then he built his audience back up. And he stopped making videos. He built his audience back up to do his podcast. And then when he decided to stop doing that format of the podcast, and he did Frenemies with Trisha, he lost a big portion of his audience, and he built it back up again with a new audience. And then when he had the falling out with Trisha, and he switched over to the Hassan Leftovers podcast, he lost that audience, and he built up a new one again.
How many falling outs?
And now he had a disagreement with Hassan, which ended Leftovers, and he's gone back to podcasting just by himself now. Actually, this is the first time he's podcasting by himself. First, he was doing interview-type podcasts like Joe Rogan. Now he's just him. It's just him and his wife every episode. No interviews. And he's built his audience back up again. So multiple times, you've watched your friend, who you built a career alongside of, find his place on the internet over and over again and do it successfully. You tried it once and failed. And you've been failing ever since. iDubbbz has yet to capture an audience of his own. The only reason he has eyes on him right now is because he has surgically attached his lips to Hassan's anus. And now he is just sucking that audience right out of that asshole. Free Palestine.
Oh, God.
That's it. That's the only reason you have an audience right now, bro.
So how many times has he had a falling out with someone?
Who, iDubbbz?
Yeah.
I mean, Ethan's the only real big one. Ethan's had falling outs with a number of people, but I mean, that's just because of the people he's chose to work with, in my opinion. I think the Trisha thing had a shelf life. The interview type podcast was 100% Ethan's fault. He's just he is a bad interviewer, and nothing highlights that better than the Bill Burr interview. Was Bill Burr being kind of a dick? Yeah, but it's
Bill Burr.
It's also Bill Burr.
Yeah.
So I mean, being a dick is kind of his thing. Yeah, no, he's just a bad interviewer, and he struggled to. Like, after that one, it became blatantly obvious that he can't handle doing interviews, so he stopped doing them. Then he did the Frenemies thing with Trisha. Trisha's audience is crazy, and she's batshit crazy. There's a reason why, like, half the videos on her channel are her sitting on her kitchen floor crying, because this bitch is crazy. and then the Hassan thing, which Hassan was just there to spread propaganda from the beginning. And despite the fact that him and Hassan agreed on 95% of the politics that they talked about, because he disagreed on one point, and that point was, I mean, I think Israel should exist. Oh, okay. Well, Israel has a right to exist.
You.
No, that's it. Podcast over. And that was the start of the domino effect.
Yeah.
That has led to Hassan's fucking cult-like fan base just viciously attacking this man endlessly. There's probably some leftovers from Trish in there too. I know H3 Snark isn't only fueled by Hassan fans, but they didn't start getting crazy until the Hassan thing. They were just an internet annoyance, and after the Hassan thing, they became the people that send shit to your house kind of annoyance. Now it's real. Yeah. So big difference there.
Where are you at in that process now, since you went woke, and then also since the response to the content, the H3 video, maybe, if that's changed the trajectory at all?
Yeah, I think a lot of it for me is just like confidence and just trying to,
What confidence? You have none. You have not. Have you seen any clips from his actual podcast?
Yes. I have seen.
His wife berates him
One or
endlessly.
two.
His wife
Yes.
berates him endlessly. The
That
only
is what I
reason.
noticed.
Okay, let's just recap real quick. The only reason we know that iDubbbz shits his pants on a regular basis as an adult is because his wife told us. The only reason we know that she was the first girl he ever dated, the girl he lost his virginity to, and the girl is because she told us. Like, all the embarrassing things that we know about him came from his fucking wife, not from Ethan. Why aren't you making content cops Anissa? Like, what are you doing? Where's this confidence you speak of?
Yeah, you don't. Ooh.
It's fucking embarrassing.
Bad. This is just bad.
I'm convinced that she gets off humiliating her husband.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's a fetish.
has
Probably
to.
for both of them. He gets off being humiliated, and she gets off, cucking her husband.
Yeah, humiliating
Jesus
him.
Christ.
Feel good, feel proud, feel fucking energized, and like want to, roll around in the shit, clap back, and not feel like,
So I can't stand up to my wife, so I got to get it out somewhere else. I'll stand up to somebody else. Not my wife, though.
Roll around.
My wife, whose last name I took.
not be so like I guess paralyzed that you're like fucking doing damage and like
Mr. Jomha. I'm not even going to call him iDubbbz anymore. From now on, he's just Anissa's husband. You're property, son. You are property.
to be honest, I think
No,
just
what
to
is
have
the
a little bit more
Handmaid's
purpose.
Tale? What's her last?
I
What's her
watch
first name?
Handmaid's Tale.
No,
Isn't that that
Anissa,
show
right?
with them? Isn't that that show with them red ninjas?
Yes,
The Handmaid's
it's
Tale?
Anissa, right? So he would be of Anissa.
Ian of Anissa. Your property.
Oh my gosh.
And I feel super jazzed up after this.
Can you
And I
hear
hope
it?
this is
You
just
hear
the
how
beginning.
jazzed he is?
Yeah, he's real
Because I want
jazzed.
to, I don't know, there's some of that energy that I think people like recall from old iDubbbz videos, and they're like, I want that old.
There was none of that energy in your new video. You are sorely mistaken.
An unhinged iDubbbz energy, that kind of shit. And I kind of
Look. Hold on. Did you see his face? Did you see his face when he mentions...
Which one?
iDubbbz face when he's
Okay.
talking about his old energy. Watch it. Well, that's a crazy face. But, but watch it. Soon as he brings up unhinged, when he talks about himself being unhinged, watch his face.
an unhinged iDubbbz energy, that kind of shit.
There.
Yeah,
It lights up.
it lights
That's what he
up.
wants to do. He's being cucked. That guy's still in there.
Yeah.
That guy's still fucking in there. He ain't changed. He didn't learn empathy at 32.
I learned
He got
it.
pussy whipped at 32. That's what
Yeah.
the fuck happened.
Yeah.
Shit. And I kind of get what they're saying, and I think a lot of it is just generally having passion, and that coming through in the videos. So
Yeah, you sound very passionate.
yeah,
Having
I think
passion.
it's a process, but I think this was a big step for me, to say fucking enough's enough, and also just realizing the fallout and the consequences of that, because I think it's important. I think there's a lot more people who should be fucking, at least with Ethan specifically, like drawing the line, being like, fuck no, like you're not gonna talk about me like that online, you're not gonna rope me into your shit. And
Okay.
if because it's all also political, everything's political, you have to acknowledge that element as well. I'm not gonna
No, everything doesn't have to be political.
No.
That's the problem with you guys, is you inject politics into fucking everything. Everything's not political. This is brain rot. Get off the fucking internet. If you're one of those people who think that everything is politics, get off the fucking internet. There is more to life than politics. This shit is destroying America's youth. There is a reason why back in the day there were 3 topics you didn't fucking talk about at the dinner table. They were considered impolite and rude. They were finances,
For the reason of.
for the same reason.
Yeah.
A, they will destroy friendships and they will rot your brain, and ultimately they're things that most of you have no control over and will change nothing. You're never going to change anybody's mind about them. You have no control over them, and they're pointless to talk about with friends, because the only thing that will happen is you will lose friends and accomplish nothing. So don't talk about these unless you're in the appropriate space to talk about them. You didn't talk about finances because most people couldn't change their finances. You make what you make. Your job was your business. You don't talk about
Yeah.
religion, because who you choose to worship, freedom of religion, what you believe in, it's your fucking business. And it was meant to be very personal and very private. And the third thing was politics, because that's something that you can debate endlessly, and nobody's fucking Thanksgiving dinner debate is going to change any president's mind. No president, no world leader ever went up onto the podium and went, well, we weren't going to sign this bill into law, but you know, John Smith brought up a good point at his Thanksgiving dinner table the other night, and that never fucking happened ever. And also, thing that never happened ever, for those of you terminally online going, this isn't Thanksgiving dinner, this is a public space, another thing that never happened ever. No world leader ever went up in front of a podium and went, well, you know, we were going to sign this bill into law, but we saw Noah Samsung's YouTube video on that. Never fucking happened ever. And it never will.
Changed my mind. I'm a new person.
Jesus.
Run away from that.
Yeah. When it comes to someone like, I guess I don't want to talk about Ethan too much, but
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
I had a question about it. Sorry.
But I'm gonna power through and do it anyway. Yeah, of course.
Getting sometimes.
Oh, it's all good, dude. You've been really grinding on this. How much longer are you gonna do this for?
I think I'm gonna go till tomorrow, and then maybe end, which will be a full week, I think. So
That's great.
It's a lot. Streaming is hard. I wanted to bring up. I don't know if you saw.
That's right. If Daddy Hassan is to be believed, streaming is harder than a normal 9-to-5 job. He has it so much harder than those guys delivering your Amazon packages or working at the factory. You know, those coal miners, man, they got it easy compared to Hassan in his mansion. Streaming all day. It's so draining. So draining.
I mean, it's a hard job, but somebody's got to do it.
Do you know how uncomfortable his chair is? And he has to sit there all day?
All day.
The guy who made the content cop about you, right after the H3 content cop was outed as a
that came
pedophile.
across my feed.
He was not outed as a pedophile. This is so stupid. From my understanding of the Cameron thing, because I know he's not going to go into any detail, he's going to throw an allegation out there and not mention it or go over it at all. From my understanding of it, he was 19, dating a 17-year-old, 16 or 17-year-old. Either way, doesn't matter. This all boiled down to, so two high schoolers hooked up. Cool. But we're going to call him a pedophile because one of them was a minor and he was technically an adult at 19. Okay, I'm sorry, 2 to 3 years difference? That's not a pedophile. That's just two high schoolers.
That's just two high schoolers dating.
Well, like, seniors dating freshmen in high school happens all the fucking time. That's like 18 and 16 or 18 and 15 or 19 and 15, depending on their birthdays. Can we calm the fuck down? This is just normal high school shit.
Outed as a child rapist, which is no laughing matter.
Yeah.
Oh, now he's a rapist. Now it was against her will too. He's gonna show none of this.
Yeah.
I've seen a few videos on it, and I chose not to cover it on the channel because as soon as I saw that, I was like, "Oh, this is a fucking nothing burger." Yeah. So maybe there's more to it that I haven't seen, but from my understanding, it was just a 19-year-old high schooler dating a younger high schooler.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
But it is crazy, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I will say the mistake that Cameron made, seeing as how this is his first taste of fame and his first taste of the pressure that comes with fame, with quote-unquote internet fame, is he folded and apologized immediately.
Yeah.
And
no.
an apology doesn't mean you've learned something in their eyes. An apology just means an admission of guilt.
Yeah.
Never apologize. You won't catch me apologizing until, like, I've had my day in court. Like, if our court says I'm guilty, then, yeah, I'll show some remorse and I'll apologize. But, no, you're gonna have to prove.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have my day in court first, and until then, don't come at me with allegations with no evidence. And if you think you've got evidence of me committing a crime like rape, which is what they're claiming he did, cool, take me to court.
I got a sort of little abridged description of it from
Some of us
Anissa,
still believe in the rule of law and the innocent till
I mean,
proven guilty.
It I don't know. It is what it is. I try to not give it too much attention, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. That
But
makes sense.
I think he was raising money on his video.
Does
so
just
that's-
sneaking
that's a good
randomly
thing.
with no one around count as sneaking?
For...
How do I
For
level up
like
sneaking?
cancer or something.
Oh, okay.
That guy's
that's
there.
I'm sneaking all.
Yeah,
I'm
we
sneaking
will
all
defend
around this
sneaking.
guy. He don't even see me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm invisible.
I don't know. I just
Sneaky, sir.
I'm sneaky,
I
sneaky.
think about it a lot, like the way commentary YouTube looks and the way it's changed over time, and now like the political space of YouTube becoming more prominent. And it sounds like when you're
No, Noah, you're saying the quiet part out loud. People are supposed to believe that you believe in these, that you're doing it for righteous reasons, that you really care, not that you're just doing it because it's popular and popularity gets you money.
talking about what you want to do, it's there's a focus on how you're working on your art. I don't know if you would call it art, but like how you're working on making a video and wanting to be passionate about it. Do you
If any of these creators or any of their, you know what, I'll address the creators and the viewers separately. If any of the creators gave a fuck about any of these fucking causes that they claim to be doing all this activism for and doing these political streams for,
Yeah.
they wouldn't be doing these streams from their fucking house. They'd be doing them from picket lines. They would be
Yeah.
doing them
They-
from
yeah.
standing outside of a government building because they're about to go in there and try to get the ear of a government official and actually
Yeah.
try to accomplish fucking something and anything. And no, a charity stream ain't it, Chief. And if any of the viewers or the commenters actually gave a shit about it, they would be giving their money to those organizations who are out doing that work instead of to some rich
Yeah.
guy sitting in his fucking chair streaming for 8 to 12 hours a day. All of you are just doing this for attention. This is like, you're no better than drama YouTubers. I like the drama. This is a fun hobby for me. It's like reality television. For me, this is entertainment only. You're no different. You're doing all of the fucking activism and political bullshit for entertainment.
Yeah.
All the arguments, the team sports, politics, all of this bullshit is entertainment for you. Difference between you and me is I can admit it. What's up, Ozzy? I saw you join.
Hey, Ozzy.
Hey man, what's going on?
We're just covering fake YouTube drama. I mean, fake YouTubers doing drama. I'm sure the drama's real, but you know, the kind of content creators who pretend that they care about politics when they don't actually care
They don't
about
care.
politics. Yeah. They're just using politics to grift and make money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you know the type. All right, let's get back to this boring ass interview.
passion would channel into more strict politics, or is your view of content still, I guess, more content focused or more on the art side?
Yeah. No, that has been a question that I've been thinking a lot about.
That question has confused him. You can see it in his face. He's going to stall now while the little hamsters start moving in the wheel to help him process. Do I care about content or art? Which answer would Hassan want me to give?
Leave his brain hamster alone.
Lately. And I think, back in the day, I think one of my insecurities was like I didn't really want to kind of get I didn't want to be known for like one particular thing. I was like, oh no, I don't want to be the Kickstarter crap guy or the content cop guy. But I think I'm a little bit over that now, and I think I've realized that a lot of my interests do.
He's only known as one thing now. It's ironic. He didn't want to be known as the guy that does one thing, so he kept doing different stuff. He did Content Cop, Kickstarter crap. He reviewed Cheez-Its for some reason. We might watch that just to laugh at how bad it is. But
Hey,
now
why
you're
is
just
that
known as...
something you would even do?
Now he's just a cuck.
Okay.
It doesn't matter what you do
mean-
now. You will always be known as that one thing. Good job, buddy. Mission accomplished. You showed us.
Are political, and in a lot of these like past videos that I've made, they quite a few of them, whether I'm like complaining about a particular topic or doing a content comp on something, there is this like underlining idea or like idea that I'm like fighting for or fighting against.
Sneak is increasing.
So yeah,
Okay,
I do see it as see my
just
content going a lot more political. Because yeah, I mean, it fucking matters to me, and I don't like.
What matters to you? Go into detail. Go into detail.
It matters.
It matters. What matters? Whatever Hassan tells me matters.
It matters.
Could this be any more transparent, man?
Like, I like what I was doing in the past in terms of like being able to be more top of the funnel, but it felt very like immature and kind of like you know, what's the word? Just kind of apathetic, I guess, you know, and that is like the name of the game when you're doing like kind of slop tuber commentary. It's just, you know, pretend that it's all, you know, you're above it all.
Because politics is real shit, y'all, but commentary and just talking about, you know, talking about fun internet stuff, that's slop. He's above the slop. He's doing real shit now. Talking about Israel and what's that other one? Palestine. See, I care.
Yeah.
Me, dude.
This is real.
Yeah, I mean, that's true in some sense, but also there's a moral element to being a slop tuber and shitting on someone that's doing something that's fucked up, that everyone can see is fucked up, and building it up and then shitting on them for doing fucked up stuff is exactly what an audience wants, because, you know, you're communicating that to them. Like you're I guess setting a precedent on a social moray about like, oh, if you act like this on the internet, somebody's gonna shit on you and it's gonna get a lot of views. And, you know, I think that was one of at least when I remember watching them and saying, yeah, like that's there's like a broader thing going on here. And I know as you're making things, you probably don't think about it like that, but the structure of YouTube and YouTube commentary is kind of like, it feels like that. Find a target and critique them, and that can be used for good, obviously, and it can be used for bad, like, you know.
And remember, according to these people, there are no bad tactics, only bad targets. So if your target's the right person, you can do whatever and it's justified, including sending human remains to their house.
Lol cows ending up killing themselves and whatever else. It's a I don't know, I think I try to relate.
Wait, is he about to justify like bullying somebody or targeting somebody with content until they kill themselves?
What?
Because that's what you're saying, is sometimes locals kill themselves, but I can't think of a locale that did that. I mean, I know the internet
I was
drove.
gonna say,
I know the internet drove Chris Chan, who was on the Spectrum. He was he was the original locale, and they drove him to do some pretty heinous shit. I think they made him literally eat shit at one point. But also he went to jail for raping his mom.
Oh God!
Which they also pressured him into doing. Well, they pressured him into becoming trans first, and then raping his mom. But yeah, like the internet bullied the fuck out of that guy.
Yeah,
but are you really about to justify that kind of behavior by saying it doesn't matter if they kill themselves? You know, what?
Get it back to politics and think like, does that structure of like looking at an Ethan Klein and saying like what he's doing is harmful in a lot of ways.
He is about to justify all of this shit.
Is that connected, do you think, to this this old approach of like finding a target, even though it might have felt like childish at the time? I mean, that's still the fundamental structure of what a lot of YouTube is, right? It's criticize. It's find something, criticize it, and then depending on how the audience takes.
Yeah, but sending CPS to his house and mailing human fucking skulls to his house, that's not criticism.
No. That's just crazy shit.
Go from there. Like they might critical videos.
Yeah, but he's using the criticism and the pick a target. Like that's what he's saying, is he's justifying that. Like you pick a target, you criticize them, you make a content cop or whatever video on them, and whatever happens. It doesn't matter. It's all justified because you picked the right target. Because remember, no bad tactics, only bad targets. He is softly justifying all of that stuff.
No, sir. There are bad tactics.
Yeah. Geneva Convention exists for a reason, man.
I know, right? Oh.
Videos get shit on sometimes, and they get, they run.
Yeah.
A creator gets run off the internet because they made a bad dunk video.
There you go. That's what they want. That's the end goal, is to run him off the internet.
Yes.
That
is
again
what they
saying
want.
the quiet part out loud. That's what they really want, and any tactic that leads to that, including the harassment of this man in real life, is justifiable. Fuck the fallout. Fuck whatever else he might have to deal with after he leaves the internet. As long as we get him off the internet, that's all that matters, and they won't stop until they do.
I mean, you got a lot of backlash for the content, the latest content cop, I know, so you can handle it. I know, because you've been doing it for a long time, but a lot of people can't. But
you think he could handle having shit mailed to his house? Do you think
No.
you could handle having
No.
shit mailed to your house?
No, he could not. No.
Yeah, they ain't gonna address that shit.
yeah,
But
do you see
yeah,
any similarities? Like,
Yeah, I mean, I hear what you're saying. I think when I was speaking on that, I guess like that was one of the reasons why I felt comfortable, bringing back Content Cop, is I was like, oh, I have like a different perspective going into this, and I feel like my critiques are like they're way more in line with what I fuck with, rather
Hassan, they're way more in line with Hassan, and that's who he fucks with now.
Yeah.
There you go.
than kind of what I see the internet fucking with. Like, because in these past videos, it's like, okay, well, like, what does the internet not like about this person? And in a lot of cases, it was just really dumb shit. Really.
Wait. That was never the motivation, though. Like, your content cops were about their content. It wasn't about what the masses liked and didn't like. That was never the goal. It was fuck what the audience likes. Let me tell you why this is wrong. Because most of the people you made content cops on, their content was what the audience liked. They didn't know who the fuck you were. How does that make sense? Yeah, just say the quiet part out loud. iDubbbz, you're clout chasing. What do they like? Let me give them what they like, because I just desperately want an audience. He's so fucking jealous of Ethan and the fact that he's been able to build an audience over and over again after switching his content up. You switched your content up once and have never recovered.
Petty shit. It's like, the harshest criticism of Rice Gum was like, yeah, he's arrogant and he flaunts his money. And it's like, okay, like, that's not, it was, it's maybe a good video, maybe entertaining video, but it didn't really, didn't fulfill me.
Wasn't the harshest criticism of him that he joked about a girl being raped and while she was stripping in front of him and a lot of other things? It wasn't just he was arrogant and had money. I'm pretty sure that there were a lot of other substantial, like, criticisms of iDubbbz in that video other than he had an ego. But, okay.
Me, I think, in a better way. And I don't think it was, like, in line with what my purpose is. So, yeah, I do think there is some necessity to it. And I do like the idea of these videos, like, holding people accountable, even if it's just the fear of, like, a video being made about you. It's kind of like, yeah, I mean,
No one fears your content cops anymore. That he misses that so bad.
Yeah.
Back in the day, like, content cop did become that thing that people feared having made on him. Like, he had reached this level where, like, at his peak, he had reached this level where, like, people thought his content cops could ruin the career of a creator. It was considered career ending for a lot of them. Like, they were legitimately afraid of having a content cop on them.
Yeah.
That those days are gone, and you're not getting them back, especially not after the last one you did. Like, you had one chance to reboot Content Cop and get this right, and you blew it. You fucking blew it. Content cops made by you mean nothing anymore. That's why people like Cameron are able to become popular with a content cop that's even remotely similar to your old ones, because people just want that back. And he might not have been the right guy for it, because it looks like he can't handle the pressure, because people are going to make up allegations about him and he's going to fold immediately. Maybe I'll do one, because it'll be a cold day in hell before you people get to me. I have no shame. And I'm not apologizing for shit. But no one's in fear of an iDubbbz content cop anymore. They're a joke now.
That looming threat of someone making a video about you is like, I think it's, for some people, it
Yeah, you see him smile as he relives his glory days.
I think, until you're there, you really don't know what that feels like. I know a lot of friends, myself, you obviously.
You saw him when he got a taste of what that feels like on the receiving end, though, as he cried in front of that doctor who wasn't there to be his therapist and felt blindsided by it. You fucking literally cucked that doctor into being your therapist for a minute. He's like, this ain't what you called me here for. I mean, blindsided the dude with it.
Like, the fear of someone fucking doing a hit piece or like just kind of going through your life, auditing your online life is just kind of, that's a threat.
If anyone's going to go through my online life, I'll go ahead and, spoil it for you. It's a lot of video game rage moments and porn. There you go. You're not going to find, you're not going to find anything illegal. There's no CP. There's no allegations. There's no rape. Just video games and porn. There you go. Have at it.
Yeah, it's a threat, and then it's also, once it gets done, there's a
2017 me would be so sad seeing how far he's fallen. Oh yeah, dude. I was a huge fan of him in 2016 and 2017. Like him in particular is the reason why I got like into YouTube drama. Like that was where my addiction to this type of content started. This watching creators go back and forth and stuff. Because before that, it was just video game videos, and I casually watched YouTube, and I spent most of my time running a Minecraft server back then, and I didn't even watch much YouTube. And then I discovered iDubbbz. Like Ethan I liked, like H3 I liked, but that was still more just kind of one and done kind of videos. Like I didn't really consider his commentary the same way that iDubbbz was directly going after a person, and then they actually responded, and then he'd have a response to the response, so you actually got that back and forth. But you didn't really get a whole lot of that with Ethan stuff. And then they started doing collabs, and like that's where my interest in all this started. If you were to go back in time and tell 2017 me that my two internet daddies would be having a very public divorce in a couple years, and that this one would take his wife's last name and become a cuck, I'd tell you were crazy. I thought this dude had balls back then. I was like, no way he'd do that. Yeah, but here we are. This is by far the darkest timeline.
Potential snowball effect, and I know you've seen this.
Also, that guy from The Apprentice became president, so I wouldn't have believed that either. Just as long as we're going with darkest timeline shit, that also happened.
There's a lot of weird shit.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird shit. This isn't even the craziest thing that I would have to be forced to believe if you were to go back in time and tell me it.
It's where somebody makes a video, and immediately that person's friend and friends and friend group and map of content creators all make functionally the exact same video, and then it's like, oh, there's a monetary aspect of it that gets wrapped up into it. And then I've been seeing it more and more with, I guess, people like you, people like Hassan, and I'm wondering, I guess, like you're saying, when you look back and identify the surface level critiques of someone like Rice Gum that are just like very simplistic, like, oh, this shit is annoying and cringe, which it is. Are there trends you see now that like that's obviously stayed? How have you seen it like stay, and does that like motivate you to want to continue trying to have more of a political or more of a in-depth commentary, I guess?
How did they handle houses in medieval time?
What do you mean handle?
There's no numbers on any of these houses. How do you know who lives where?
Oh, well, they
all look the same.
They didn't have, like, mail yet.
Yeah, but you still have to find people. What I'm getting at here is I can't find my house. It's here somewhere. I know I live in this town. I don't know. I can't find my house. And all these buildings look the same. And there's no numbers. How did people get around? I don't.
Oh no, sweetie.
Where's my fucking house? Look at this dude. He's just lost. He just gave up. He's just standing there like, somebody take me home.
Standing there.
Please, I can't find my home.
Standing
Maybe I should do the same. Somebody direct me to my house, please. Maybe it's on this side of town. I can't remember.
Yes, I think I've been surprised by how much it's stayed.
There it is. I found it.
Like, there are a lot of things, Ethan as an example, there are a lot of things to, like, mock him about, bring up, make him look stupid, all this sort of shit. Like, the fucking tattoos are insane.
You're going to talk about someone's tattoos.
Really?
You're going to talk about someone's tattoos. Hold on. Let's, oh boy. This guy's going to talk about tattoos.
What?
There's a specific. Give me the full picture. Give me that full picture. This guy's going to talk about tattoos.
Oh God.
This fine specimen right here. Let's get this up on screen for you guys. Nope, not that one. That's the one I want. This fine specimen. Right there. That thing's going to talk about someone's tattoos. Right there. Really? We're in a position to talk about somebody else's tats.
No, we're not.
Hold on, where's the... Yeah, there you go. This white trash motherfucker. You look like the dude who volunteered to let someone practice on them so they could learn how to tattoo. You know, normally they do that with pigs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like PETA got involved. It said, no, you got to do it on a person, and you went, I'll do it. You do it on me. Okay, buddy.
Like, no.
Look, both of y'all's tattoos are shit. I'm not trying to say that Ethan's tattoos are great either. Both of you have terrible taste in tattoos. I'm just saying, man, glass houses.
Like, I really, wanted to goof and rag on this guy, especially in the first video.
And I know what you're thinking. Deathwitch, how can you talk about anybody's tattoos? Let's see yours. Are yours any better? They are, because they don't exist. I don't have any. I know my taste in tattoos is bad and that they'd look bad on my body, which is why they're not there.
Hey,
I know better than to put shitty art all over my human flesh.
You would look great with tattoos.
I can't. I told you I can't think of a single thing I would want to put on my body that would be there for the rest of my life, and after 6 months I wouldn't look at and regret. That's the difference between me and them. Is I put thought into it, and I went, no, I'd hate that. No, I'd hate that.
But I would like it, and it would make me horny to see.
Do I look 16 to you?
Okay.
Think that shit's gonna work on me? I already know how to make you horny, and it doesn't involve putting permanent slop on my body. Do you want me to end up looking like that?
No, I
exactly.
don't. I know. You're
exactly.
Right. You are ready. You are.
Besides, when you've got a body this nice, why would you ruin it with
because
art?
It's such a wonderful canvas.
First of all, no.
And the muscles.
Thank you, but no. This body is not a canvas. This body itself is art.
I mean, it is.
Okay, putting anything else on it wouldn't be art. It would be vandalism. This is already art. Let's get that straight. I don't think you realize how good you got it.
It would be vandalism.
It would be vandalism, because that's what happened to him. His tattoos aren't art; they're vandalism.
I mean, I will agree. They are vandalism. I mean, it's vandalism on a shitty building, but still, it's
still vandalism.
Vandalism.
But I'm like, this is so not like what I really care about. It just feels, mean-spirited. And I held back a lot. I deleted a lot from my fucking timeline where I'm like,
I bet.
this really is not it. At least for me. I know that a lot of people who dislike Ethan would probably be like, oh, you're deleting the gold, the juicy stuff. But ultimately, it just didn't feel right to me. Maybe in the future I'll feel like, and I am kind of being validated a little bit because I'm realizing like, oh yeah, like Ethan is like fucking posting on his stories, like fucking, he's like
By validated, he means attention. He
Yeah.
got the attention he wanted, and he
Yeah.
did it by surgically attaching his face to Hassan's asshole. Well, glad it worked out for you, I guess. Enjoy it while it lasts, because the minute you have even one minor disagreement with them, they are going to throw you to the fucking wolves, just like they did Ethan. That's your future.
Yep.
That thing you're criticizing, that's not your former friend, that's your fucking future.
trying to make memes. Like, he's trying to do all of these, like, he's trying to appeal to, like, incels on the internet and shit. And I'm like, oh, like, that's what the fight is? Like, I didn't even realize we were at that level. So, I don't know. I think I went in expecting something, like, a little bit more.
Ethan's tattoos are at least, yeah, like I think you're given a little bit of leeway. Like when I see
Yeah.
a girl, there was a girl I worked with who had like a really shitty tattoo, and I thought it looked bad, but then when you ask them about the tattoo and they tell you, oh, this is in memory of my dead relative, my dead dad, or my dad's son, or they did it to honor, and it's got like a story and some meaning behind it. Well, now you're an asshole if you make fun of it. His have no meaning. This is just, I thought that would look cool. It looks like someone handed him the fucking book that the little starter tattoos that you
Yeah.
pick from, and he just ordered it like it was a menu. Like, I'll take one of those, and that's an appetizer, and one of those, and then that was it. Just put them all on me. They have no
Just
meaning.
put them up there.
They have no meaning.
No.
Apparently, only incels dunk on Ethan. Dunk on iDubbbz. iDubbbz is king of the incels. He is their god. He is the definition of what they want. He is their future. Hopefully, that's what they hope for, is to one day touch a human woman and then be inside her and then dedicate the rest of their life to her because they have no will of their own. I know he's married and he maybe gets sex, or at least gets to watch her do it, but either way, he's still an incel. He's a shell of his former self. iDubbbz is gone. He's just Anissa's husband now. That's it. That's all that's
That's
left.
his identity.
Jesus. Yeah, I'm an incel as I sit on stream with my wife and my 2 kids downstairs. And they call Ethan an incel. The married guy with kids? Yeah. I guess Immaculate Conception gave him those children.
There you go.
Or, a gentleman's game.
Yeah.
But nah, it's just fucking throwing shit, which is, it has its place.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I mean,
Sexy for a
the
woman. That's totally gay.
Yeah. Can't wait to get off stream tonight and go do gay stuff with my wife.
You and all your gay stuff.
Yeah, we're going to do so much gay stuff. I'm so fucking gay. Ian's tattoos are found on a random skateboard. No, skateboarders take more pride in their board, dude. I wouldn't want to insult them.
No.
Even Bam Margera had taste, both in skateboard design and drugs, apparently.
The fact you're talking about the instinct, or you pulling back on your more surface level, more like edgier and less substantive critiques, I think that speaks to a certain level of growth where you make that video 5 years ago, it looks way different. You're talking about that fucked up tattoo for way longer than you would need to talk about the politics of the situation. And it does feel great to do that. Like when you're writing something, shitting on someone for something that's an easy dunk for the crowd that wants you to talk about it. And for yourself, it just feels good. But then obviously you made a more mature decision, even though the video itself, I don't know you can talk about the intended effect, because we talked a little bit about it before when you reached out for like commentary on the end of it, but I think probably for your intent, I don't know,
Anissa definitely cheats on him. Their relationship seems miserable.
It
Yeah,
does,
all
yeah.
of their podcasts are just her fucking embarrassing and humiliating him as often as possible. She's the reason we know he pooped his pants and continues to poop his pants as an
continues
adult.
to do
You know, it's his irritable bowel syndrome, baby. It's your irritable bowel syndrome. You can't help that you shit your pants. Hey, remember that time you shit your pants in Walmart? And then she'll like go on a tangent about his like embarrassing times doing it, and he just sits there and takes it. That
Just
like
lets
all
it
the
happen,
bad things we know about him didn't come from his enemies. They came from his wife. They came from. I've never seen a woman humiliate their partner. Yeah, like I think she gets off on it, and I think he gets off on it too. Like I think it's a
Yeah,
fetish.
yeah.
Also, it's not cheating if he's there, if he's in the chair watching, if he's in the cuck chair at the end of the bed,
He's
just
in the cuck chair.
like a schoolgirl. Just, it's okay, baby, you go. I've never seen one that big before. It's so black.
Oh god.
God, Jesus Christ. These jokes are too easy. Like it's so fucking easy. But yeah, like this is your future. As soon as you disagree with these people in the slightest, they are throwing
Yeah.
you to the wolves, and there'll be no one there to go to bat for you. And the cuck jokes will be endless. You will never live this down.
he shit on the video for, I don't know, 12 hours,
And it will all be deserved. He is literally asking for all of it.
and made a lot of content off of it, and I don't know, it seemed like not much of the points made any contact, which it's like, okay, if that's gonna happen anyways, what's the point in even trying to be civil about it?
Yeah.
But also, you did that for a reason. It sounds like you're standing on it because that's it's not as important, and you know that.
Yeah. I don't know. I want to be part of change, and I think part of my thought process in making a video like this is like, well, I could fucking take heat from Ethan. Like, I've been getting it from slop tubers for the past, I don't know, since Anise and I got together. So, like, I don't mind being a lightning rod or being an additional lightning rod for like Ethan's ire. But I think I didn't really. I don't know. I guess I just didn't expect.
Why are you talking like you're a hero of some sorts?
Because that's how he sees himself.
Oh,
It just a quick glimpse inside their mind and their motivations. Like
Jesus.
that's how, or rather, that's how he wants people to see
to
him.
see him.
Is that he's the noble one. That's why he did the apology tour. That's why he's taken all of this shit
Yeah.
from his wife, and that's why he's decided to jump back in the pit, to sacrifice himself to the internet gods, to jump back in the pit and roll around in the mud with Ethan, because somebody has to do it, and I'll be the noble one. He's Captain America diving on the grenade,
Yeah.
That's what he thinks.
Yeah. Gotcha.
I don't know, the commentary community as a whole to be so like fucking, I don't know, maybe they just don't think that there's like much in the way of views to get out of it, because I don't know, I look like there's so much fucking content coming out of that podcast, and I'm just like, yeah, this could literally be like an infinite back and forth. Like, there is so much fucking footage to sift through. There's like and I can't believe that, the space is just like not really that interested in it. I don't know, it just surprises me.
Where do you think that?
Though
I was gonna ask, where do you think that comes from? Because it was kind of an immediate coalesce around Ethan kind of thing, and I know there's a lot of like, you betrayed the community, so we're gonna shit on you no matter what you do. And with each new thing you do, you're woker and more cringe and cucked than the last video. So that's gonna be their thought, regardless of what you say. That's gonna be thought process. But it still, in some sense, surprises you that they're, or not surprises, maybe the word, but it's disappointing almost, or like boggles the
Yeah.
mind that the low hanging fruit of the stuff he's saying is just being completely ignored.
I think it's probably, now that I'm giving it more thought, I think it's just like what the audience looks like. Like, I talked to Hassan about this briefly. Like, the fucking, like, if you look at my comment section right now in the content comp, it definitely gives you probably, I mean, I guess the, I don't know, first fucking 20 are probably all like painfully average, comments. But if you get into, like, if you're trying to like get an,
If you sift through all the people who are trying to talk sense into you and scroll down until you get to the Hassan Glazers, now the comments start making more sense. Like, you got to sift through those first couple comments where people are pointing out the obvious flaws and like calling it like they see it. But if you go down to where his fans have come in to brigade the comments and to bring things back to our talking points, those are better comments. Go read those. Go and only those.
And only those.
an opinion, like, what does the internet think?
Is Captain Under Poop Pants?
Oh, God.
Look out! It's Commander Defecate. It's Commander. See, the jokes are too easy. It's like he's got to be doing it on purpose. This is. Let me stop before iDubbbz gets a boner on my screen. So you know he gets off to this. You know he gets off to this. I'm
He
not,
has to. 'cause
Yeah, it's a humiliation
it doesn't make
fetish.
Sense. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Think about this video. You sort of iNewest or whatever you want to do. You're gonna walk away thinking that like the internet hates it. Like everyone hates the video. All the points were bad. I betrayed my friend. I want to make a quick buck.
But if I ignore all the valid criticism and only look at Hassan fans, then I realize my video's not bad and that people do like it. Specifically those people, that audience that's captured me.
So the like dislike ratio was like 100% dislikes. They say that they like that.
Right, exactly. And I don't know, like seeing things on the back end, I'm just like, I don't see it that way, but I know that other commentary channels, regular people, when they're trying to get a temperature check about how people feel about this, they're gonna like, if the like dislike isn't giving them much of a vibe, they are gonna go to the comments and they are going to use that as a template for how they should feel about it. Not in all cases, but they want to have an understanding. They want to be tapped in, because I think a lot of people, that is like it's important. I want to know what people are thinking about a video, generally speaking. But I think we're in kind of a new era. Like this might be, just maybe a left versus right in commentary or something.
Nope, it's not that. It's not a political thing. Stop injecting politics into everything. Politics doesn't justify any of the actions that you've taken. It's not about politics, Chief. This isn't about the minute you guys started sending stuff to his house, it stopped being about politics.
Yep.
But I think there's a big force of really loud people in the comments, and they scare people away. And especially if it's brigaded fast.
Free Palestine! Free Palestine watermelon emoji. Free Palestine! Yeah, I'm sure they do scare people away. Wonder what side they're coming from.
And quickly, like within the first 24 hours of it being uploaded, there's been a lot of people to put out commentary videos about Ethan, and they go bye-bye. Like, they're like, fuck this, I do not want the smoke, I do not want the heat, and
I am deleting none of my commentary about any of this. No one's bullying my videos out of existence. Sorry, Chief. Not happening. It's not happening.
I'm confused about.
That's basically what he's saying, is that people put out commentary about this, and then the comments bully them out of existence.
It's a good thing.
He's humble bragging about it, so he's not saying he agrees with it, but he agrees with it. That's the point.
Yeah, like you sound crazy right now. I don't know. I don't think this sounds the way he thinks it sounds. Maybe.
And even if it's like not genuine, at all. It's like there are people out there in different communities that are like, I'm gonna get on this shit and I'm going to make them feel like the internet's against them and this is the fucking end of their career.
Mm. Which videos are? I mean, do any come to mind specifically about?
I mean, I think the left or the snark, the H3 snark has like kept track of them. There was like one smaller commentary channel. I think they may have focused on like fucking like Ethan's topics or Ethan talking about Markiplier maybe. I'm not sure what it was specifically, but that one got nuked. There was a woman who made one. Oompaville was another one. Do you know
Really?
Oompaville?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oompaville made one that was like, again, it was one of these ones that I think it's the type of video that is just going to upset both sides of the aisle because
That's because Oompaville, there's a reason I don't watch his stuff on my stream, and I don't get too into the Oompaville stuff. Like, we watched him interviewing Mr. Beast, but that was the exception, not the rule. Oompaville will openly admit that he doesn't care about any of this drama shit, and that he is only doing it for views. That he covers topics because he thinks people want to see them. It's not stuff that interests him personally. I am the exact opposite. I don't care what you assholes want to watch. I'm gonna watch what I want to watch. And if you guys want to come along for the ride, great. This is shit
If
that
not-
genuinely interests me. The reason that the Mr. Beast stuff was the exception is because that one he was actually like fighting for and was interested in doing himself, and it showed. So yeah, Oompaville's not taking a side. He will talk about whatever gets him views. He is strictly in it for the views.
like I think, I mean, I'll if this is an inaccurate representation of what the video was, someone can correct me, but I think it essentially came down to like, yeah, they're both kind of being assholes, but we're all assholes, so what are you gonna do? Like he like
Yeah, it was the same as the Papa Meat thing. As someone who didn't really do any research on him and didn't know that much about it, but wanted to talk about it anyway because views. But at least he was honest about it, where he's like, yeah, I mean, it sounds like they're both assholes. And he'll openly tell you, like, I don't really care about this stuff, but people want me to comment on it, so there you go, I did it.
So there you go.
Yeah, are you giving me views yet? Are you giving me views yet? Are you giving me views yet? Yeah, it's that. He's just doing it for views.
kind of followed like the whole back and forth of the story, and then just was like super apathetic by the end of it. And it's like, oh man, this is like, I don't know. It's fair if you just want entertainment, but I think people very quickly from both sides said like, this video fucking sucks, and he privated it or deleted it, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
And I think there was one other one that was like of a medium to big size creator. Yeah.
I'm seeing a lot of right now the kind of the opposite, where he's been saying enough stuff and people are starting to talk about it with these videos that are starting to get more and more views, and it's like basically viable to talk.
Yeah, because he got a huge bump from the interview with Mr. Beast. I think there were a lot of people who didn't know who Oompaville was, myself included, and didn't actually start watching his content until that happened. And then I started looking into the guy because I was like, oh, this guy's actually got some good commentary, because I like the Mr. Beast thing. But then the more of his stuff I watched, the more I realized, oh, he really doesn't care about this stuff. He's just, especially after the Mr. Beast thing, he is clearly just, I got to do whatever's popular for views, because now there's a bunch of eyes on me, and I don't want this 15 minutes of fame to end. I want people to keep watching. So I'm going to do and say, like, I'm going to talk about whatever topic is trending, because I want to keep people watching, and this is the stuff they want to see me talk about. But he doesn't actually care about any of it.
About the shit he's doing, at least from my vantage point, these videos are all more political in nature, and I guess I haven't really seen like a full commentary, like, this is what this guy did video. I'm sure they're out there, but I mean, I see that because obviously, dude.
I wonder if he's going to continue pumping out content cops, or if he just did it because the left convinced him that H3 was such a valid target that he had to bring back the series. It's probably both. I believe that he did it at first because that was the price of admission to get into Hassan's little inner circle there. And I believe that Hassan and crew probably helped write most of that. So they basically used him as a vessel to attack Ethan because they can't do it themselves, or they're too cowardly to do it themselves. But he was a willing sacrificial lamb. Now that it's back and he got a taste of what it was like to have that many views on his channel again, and he felt that little taste of what it was like, you know, back in 2016 when he was at his height. He got to relive that for a brief moment, because that Content Cop got like 8 million views. So he got to relive that for a brief moment. And now he wants that back. So he's going to keep doing it. I also think he's going to keep doing it because now he'll never admit it, but seeing how quickly, what did that fucking Content Cop by Cameron get? Didn't it get like over 1 million views? Like, this is a creator that no one had ever heard of. Just puts out a Content Cop and it goes viral. So he now knows that there's an audience for it, and he probably also feels threatened that, like, oh, somebody could take the crown from me. Now I have to keep going. So I think he feels a little bit of obligation, a little bit of envy from other people stealing his thunder, and a little bit of pressure from the Hassan crowd to keep going. So it's multifaceted. It's probably a number of different things.
To the political element of it as a positive change, and it's a positive change in the vein of free speech as well. I mean, there's, just being able to make a video without getting shit on to the point where you quit YouTube. Like, that's a good thing, kind of regardless of the videos you're making. But yeah, I'm wondering, like, from where you see it, like, that broader, more important goal, some, like, not caving to apathy, as it would with a video that maybe would have been made 5 years ago about the same situation. Where do you want to see things go, like in your politics or in what you accomplish outside of wanting to make good videos? What is your kind of underlying motivations there?
I think I just want other people to feel like they can speak.
To like me. I just want
Yeah,
other people
yeah.
to like me.
Why are you acting like you are just some hero?
I mean, he's going to
Like,
give
why-
some
why
altruistic reason that's going to make
Yeah.
him sound like a hero, but
No,
the reality
that's
of it
not
is
what you
I
are.
just want other people to like me. Everybody seems to love Ethan. No matter how many times he
Yeah.
messes up, he can rebuild his audience. And I've been unable to do that. He's so fucking envious of, like, Ethan that it's insane. He's just fucking seething. I just found your channel. Pretty cool and fun. Looking forward to... Yeah, check out the catalog. I promise it's not all Ethan and iDubbbz. It's just... It's the drama gift that keeps giving, so I'm going to keep
That's
checking
what's
in on it.
happening right now.
There's also some cool black people stuff. I just put out a video today that's pretty funny.
'Cause the
And it's
blacks.
a little bit shorter. The one where, because the blacks. The one where he was talking to those racist black people.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
God, dude. That one was
Jesus
wild.
Christ.
Yeah, we're just a couple who love to gossip about internet drama and play video games. So there you go. You guys get to come along for the ride while we spend our quality time together. This was shit we
Yeah.
used to do off stream, and I was like, you know what, let's just do it on stream. So there you go.
There you go.
There you go. There's the whole plan for my YouTube channel. Just me spend time with my wife. That's it. That's all this is.
You get to see what we do
Yep.
once the kids go to bed.
That it won't be the end of the world. Like, I guess empowering. I would like to empower other people because, I feel like,
See, there you go. Told you he was going to play the hero. He's trying to
Yeah.
empower other
He's-
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is so annoying to me. Like, why are you acting like you're some hero or some shit? Like, this is...
He is
This
he
is
is
stupid.
projecting something serious because he's trying to project that onto the viewer so that
Yeah.
if I tell people how to perceive me, maybe that's how they'll perceive me. And that works on idiots.
Yeah.
So Hassan's audience, I guess. But again, you're on borrowed time, man. You are on borrowed time.
Like,
Enjoy
it's
it
just
while it lasts.
Insanity to me. Like, are you...
in some ways I felt that same way back when I made the Keemstar Content Cop, because Keemstar was being a total asshole on the internet, and he was a bit of a scary character. And it's as soon as I made that video, people were like, "Oh, it's on," they went after him, and I think that it did something. But yeah, I I think I want more people to ride the fence a little bit less. And I know it's hard because, you're giving up your, the cushy seat that you're in, and it's really hard. I think there's a lot of like guys like you and me, just like fucking commentary white dudes who are like this, they have they have a pulse on what the internet feels,
No. Damn it.
what a lot of people are like, and I think I just want them to be like, yeah, I have enough fucking clout, I have enough money, I can start taking some fucking risk and say, you know what, I don't fucking agree with this shit, like I would be.
What
He
risk?
looks a little bored.
What risk? Oh yeah, he's definitely bored. Look, I have said it before. I don't believe half the people that orbit Hassan actually give a fuck about any of this shit.
No, they don't.
I don't. Most of
They
them
can't.
look bored watching their own whatever content they get their marching orders from Hassan, and then they look bored watching them. Half of their reactions are fake. Yeah, like most of them, I believe, are just doing what they're told. They get their marching orders from him. They have to do what he says in order to, keep their clout and in order to keep their audience. Because if you disagree with them, the minute you disagree with them, exactly what happened to Ethan is going to happen to all of them, and they all know it. This is Hassan and his army of clout chasers. Yeah, it's Hassan and his arm. He's the only one I believe that actually cares about this. And of course, what he cares about is propaganda and promoting terrorism, unfortunately. But yeah, he's the only one I believe that actually cares about the shit he talks about.
Yeah.
And the rest of them are just clout chasing, and it's working.
Be very happy with that, the fucking Asmongold's, the Moist Criticals, the Oompavilles, I don't know, there's a lot of them out there.
Yeah, the top views but fence riding creators that could be doing something more, but I mean, yeah, I have trouble.
What more could Moist Critical be doing? What more? What do you expect from him? And remember that anything you expect from him that more that he could be doing would also apply to you. Because what the fuck do you guys do other than sit in your room and stream like the rest of us?
Apparently make themselves feel like they're heroes.
You guys are the ones that are trying to promote a cause. I'm just a guy trying to enjoy some internet drama. I don't have a reason to be out at a picket line, but you do. How come there's no IRL streams of you guys at picket lines? How come there's no IRL streams of you guys doing more? Why does no one question this shit?
Yeah, like
it just blows my mind.
Didn't someone question why Hassan wasn't, boots on the ground?
Yeah,
doing
there
shit?
was those guys questioning him on why he won't actually go to Gaza and put boots on the ground, because there's some other YouTubers that have. And he's a strictly political streamer, if you're to listen to iDubbbz. And the ones that actually went over there, the other YouTubers that went over there, they weren't political streamers. They were just guys looking for views, I guess. One of them was Brandon fucking Buckingham. He's not a political streamer. This guy makes comedy videos. and he went over there, but Hassan will admit that he won't go over there because he's scared he's going to die.
Yeah.
He wants to stay safe in his mansion.
He was all yelling about, you can't guarantee my safety or some shit.
Yeah. So he cares about the cause as long as it doesn't involve leaving his mansion.
As long as...
as long as it doesn't get too real.
Cushy.
Don't want shit to get too real, guys.
Okay. Let it get
How do none of those people realize that, oh, this guy's a fucking fraud? This is all fake. There's nothing real is ever going to happen here. Nothing real is ever going to come from this fight that we're fighting.
Oh.
They're saying this, but if any of them condemned Hamas, they would be an automatic enemy / target. Yeah, you are only on the team of Hassan until you disagree with him. Because remember, Ethan agreed with Hassan during the Leftovers podcast on 99% of the shit that they brought up. They had one disagreement. Their one disagreement was that Ethan wasn't okay with terrorism. Ethan thought, no, Israel should have a right to exist. Israel should just exist.
The normal person.
I think it should exist. That's it. That's the disagreement.
Bad.
And it led to, this is the amount of fallout that they got from one little disagreement. Yeah. Now, all of them have to be looking at that and sweating fucking bullets and realizing that we better do as we're told, because we now know for a fact what happens if we cross him. Hassan is the equivalent to like Ben Shapiro or Charlie Kirk, but on the left. The crazy thing is though he's a walking hypocrite and a full-on nepo baby. Yep, he is all of the above. I don't know. I don't even know if I'd want to put like Ben Shapiro on the same level as Hassan. A lot of people have disagreed with Ben Shapiro, and it hasn't turned into the level of harassment and stuff. Like, I don't remember Ben Shapiro sending CPS or skulls to Steven Crowder's house. Or
No.
what's the fucking crazy black woman's name that used to work for the Daily Wire? Candace Owens? Yeah. I don't remember her getting like human skull-shaped watermelons to her house or anything. like none of that happened. I mean, it would be really, it would be a funny joke and easy to do.
It would be funny.
But no one did that. Like, only, like, their crowd, like, Hassan's fan are on a whole different level compared to even people on the right. And that should tell you something.
Yeah, like the whole thing that blew my mind is that we're sending CPS to somebody's house over internet drama because he didn't agree with you on one thing he didn't agree with.
Yep, over political disagreement.
You are sending goddamn CPS to somebody's house.
Yep, you're attacking his children.
Yeah, like, that's the thing that got me. I'm just like, nope, all y'all are, nope.
Trouble grasping the,
What's the wife playing on the Switch?
Minecraft.
Yeah, she's playing Minecraft. Normally we play multiplayer stuff together, but I want to do Oblivion. So, single player. So she's just doing some casual Minecraft. Yep, video games and drama, baby. The ultimate combo.
Yep.
getting like 10 million views a day and just still not.
So have you
wanting
watched
to ever...
any of the music videos I sent you?
We've watched them off stream. Like, I don't want to watch stuff like music videos on stream because copyright.
Copyright.
Yeah. Which,
Oh yeah, I know that, but
which, by the way, we reached the goal to get monetized on YouTube here last week, so I put in the application for that.
congratulations.
And YouTube says it'll take about 2 weeks, so they're reviewing that application. I had to fill out all the tax paperwork and stuff. So, you know, I might get a little kickback of that ad money now. I'm sure you guys get ads on my videos anyway, because YouTube puts them on everything. But hey, at least I'll get a little taste of them now. Won't be much, but maybe it'll give me enough money to afford some of these new $80 video games. Thanks, Nintendo. Appreciate that. Now I gotta have a side hustle to afford my fucking hobby. Jesus Christ. Well, there's retards on both sides. That is true. You're staring at two of them right now. Free Palestine! Free Palestine!
Oh, God.
God, I swear my comments are full of that, man. Free Palestine!
It's insane.
I can't point at it on a map, but Free Palestine!
do anything more than that, and it's like, I guess that's, you make a lot of money to the point where, what are you even doing?
I have
with
gotten
that? Who
lost in
fucking
this
knows? But then, yeah,
wait,
how
no.
does that
No,
structure change, and does it change? That's I don't know. It's like a question. Think about are the material incentives of staying ideologically aligned with the creators in your
That
space
sounds
too
weird.
great to
Whatever
actually
you're doing over there.
affect
affect positive change? And is it too great to, I don't know, like people will be making videos, hate videos.
What's the positive change? What's the positive change that you're doing here, Noah? What positive change have any of your videos? What is this for anyway? UNRWA? Is that what this is? Is that what this is? United Nations Relief and Work Agencies for Palestinian Refugees in the Near East. Is that what this is? Yeah. So, okay. So other than this one stream where you guys have done charity for the United Nations, given relief for agencies. And by the way, does this one stream Does this $430,000 that you've raised for the United Nations to give relief to Palestinians, does this outweigh the amount of number? Because remember, they have a list. They have a list of businesses that they won't interact with because those businesses have ties to Israel or give money to Israel. You know what's on that list? Fucking Amazon. That the owner of the platform that you all stream on. So is the amount of money you're raising for the Palestinians right now offset the amount of money that has gone to those businesses and them taking half of all your of Hassan and y'all's subscriptions and bits and donations? Oh, don't forget all the tax money, because that tax money that you guys got to pay to the government, well, that also goes to the United States government, and they give money to Israel. Like where do we actually draw the fucking line? Like, seriously? Alex Jones is more comparable for Hassan. Yeah, I think they were mentioned in an article once that they were like on the same level, and Hassan freaked out about it. They both used the false flag shit. Yep, and remember how that ended for Alex Jones. So Hassan's got a fine line to walk. Poor Alex. That lawsuit made him even more crazy. No, Alex isn't crazy. I hate to be the bearer of bad news for you guys. That is 100% performative. He is playing a character. There are a number of creators who've done stuff with Alex Jones who have told you. Like, Turkey Tom was one of them. Like, he met Alex Jones before the debate with Destiny. He was there, and he met him. And Alex Jones talked in a normal voice and was like a normal guy. And the minute the camera came on, he turned it on and went nuts. And then afterward, everybody thought he was pissed off because they argued and stuff. And he was like, man, that was good content, wasn't it? All right, I'll see you guys, man. You did great. When you told me that I should go fucking kill myself or blah, 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 that was great. That was fucking gold. We got some good clips. He is 100% focused on the content. It is all performative. It is all performative. Which makes you wonder if Hassan's doing the same thing, or is he legitimately crazy? Makes you think.
He's doing the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, if he actually cared about this stuff, then he would be out at picket lines and doing that stuff. Yeah, but
he doesn't care about anything.
But he's not.
Shit.
I feel like Hassan is somewhere in between Crowder and Jones. He's just a leftist version. Yeah, that's probably true. He's not as performative as Jones, but he's not as serious as Crowder either. He cares just enough to be passionate about it on stream, but not enough to actually do anything about it.
Yeah.
So, and it's making him money, so he's going to keep going.
Videos about you probably years into the future when a lot of these ideas, I think over time will be deconstructed, like Zionism, or like the harshness towards people of color on the internet in videos, the harshness towards woke video games. Like, I feel like you're already seeing a shift in that regard.
They're going to save you. They're going to deconstruct them and save you. They're going to deconstruct racism, Zionism, wokeness in video games.
You might want to let the guy who asked what the deal was with the black know.
I'm waiting for somebody to deconstruct that hairdo.
Oh my god.
He was supposed to dye his whole hair that color, by the way.
Well, what
He
happened?
said he
Did
ran out of hair. He said he
dye?
ran out of hair dye.
Okay, so you
He's
don't
gonna
have money to go buy another box of goddamn hair dye?
He's going to deconstruct racism. He's going to deconstruct Zionism and wokeness in video games, but he can't figure out how hair dye works.
He can't figure out how to
The
run
guy
back
who
to
can't
the
figure out how to dye his own hair is going to save
and
us
buy
all.
some more hair dye.
Okay, buddy. Good luck, man.
Wow. Yeah, we're all in great hands.
Dude.
As in, people just sound a little insane when they make anti-woke videos, and they always did, but more people are like, yeah, I mean, this is the 100th time you've talked about boobs in video games this week, and like, I don't, like, you're getting views,
Right.
but it's...
What sounds insane about wanting boobs in video games?
Yeah. I want boobs
People
in
like
video
boobs.
games.
Jiggle physics are fun. Why do you guys hate fun? Why?
I mean,
I don't think people even care about the woke shit. I think it's because, why does woke mean not fun? Why? I don't think people would care as much about the quote unquote woke shit if you could make a woke video game that was also fun. But no, instead we get Concord. Like you just make it fun.
Yeah.
Just, I think they would forgive you for having ugly women in a video game, or women with no
Oh,
boobies,
no.
or even smaller boobies.
Oh,
Because
no, man.
remember that was a controversy from the trailers, where they brought back Tomb Raider and they made Lara Croft's boobs smaller, so now she looks more proportional to a normal woman. She's got little B-cup tits and they don't jiggle anymore, and she doesn't show any cleavage, and everybody was upset at first. And then the game came out and it was fucking fun.
Yeah, it was
And
fun.
no one mentioned it again.
Yeah.
Just make games that are fun.
Yeah.
Why do you guys hate fun? I don't understand.
The dynamic of I guess information on the internet leads it. Like, I don't see the trend going rightwards. I think young people, TikTok people, social attitudes statistically are leaning left as people die, I guess. And
By what metric? I mean, yeah, I guess if you look on TikTok, although the last time I logged into TikTok, I just immediately saw boobs, that things you say that we don't like. It was just immediately, and I mean tits, I mean full frontal nudity, I was greeted with on TikTok the minute I signed in.
Yep.
I reported that video, and they told me that they found no violation of their community guidelines on that video, and then banned me for 3 days because I said retard in one of my videos. Just make it make sense, okay? Make it make sense.
This is why our kids aren't allowed to use TikTok.
Oh, shit. Yeah, just make it make sense. No, from everything I've seen, everything seems to be shifting a little more right. Like the
Yeah.
woke things kind of come to an end. Companies are like discontinuing their DEI shit.
Yeah.
Video games are putting boobies back in them. Like all of the things that you're complaining about are starting to pop back up. Everything seems to be leaning a little more right in that regard. So I have no idea what the fuck he's talking about.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Woke
what
shit
the
is
fuck
annoying,
he
but
talking
oh
about?
damn, that's crap. Woke shit is annoying, but the problem is we have a generation of kids that are withdrawn and not going to make games. Yeah, but we can skip a generation. Like,
Yeah.
developers can keep making games clean into their 60s and 70s, and by the time that they're actually ready to retire, then their grandkids will be making the video games instead of their children. So we can skip a generation, it's fine. Because that's what's going to happen. This generation went super woke, and they're starting to grow up, and we're starting to get the first taste of the generation that's behind them. And they hate that woke shit. They were raised around it, and I guarantee you the kids of all these super woke parents are going to rebel hard against it, because that is,
Yeah.
I feel for those kids. That has got to be the most insufferable fucking household to be raised in, is one with the by a woke parent, some fucking blue-haired bitch with earlobes that fucking big around, with the fucking holes in their earlobes and the fucking septum piercings. You know, the bitches who can't leave Walmart without doing a 20-minute TikTok complaining about their visit in their car. just that shit.
Or whipping out their
Yeah.
boob to feed the
Oh my
baby.
God. Like the children of those kids, like, Mom, can we just go home? No, I got to tell TikTok about the customer service experience I just had. Yeah. And you're like, Mom, just start the car. Well, yeah. Like, oh, they have got to be so annoyed by it. So when that generation grows up, this shit will die. This is
Yeah.
going to be a one and done for a generation thing. Just mark my words, it will be. And you're already starting to see a little taste of it.
Well, I mean, you know, like I think about some of the kids that our kids are friends with at school, and some of the things our kids tell me. I'm
Yeah,
just
like you're already
why?
seeing taste
Why
of
are
it.
You
You're
doing this to your kid?
You're already seeing taste of it on TikTok. Like 14, 15-year-old girls on TikTok used to be the super woke crowd.
Yeah.
But that was 5 or 6 years ago. Well, those girls are like 20, 21 now. So if you look at what 14 and 15-year-olds on TikTok are doing now, the ones who were kids back then, who were like 9, 10 years old, now they're 15, 16 years old making TikToks. They're making racist jokes now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So clearly the woke shit skipped that generation, because they're just making racist jokes now openly. So yeah, the pendulum is starting to swing back, and it's swinging back hard to the
Yeah.
point where racist jokes are okay. Eventually, and then there'll be some pushback from that, and eventually,
Yeah.
hopefully, it'll land somewhere.
It'll even itself out.
Yeah, it'll land
hopefully.
somewhere in the middle, and we'll go back to normal eventually.
Yeah.
It's gonna take time. You got at least another 10 years, I think.
Yeah.
And I don't know, people, it seems like people will hang on as long as they can still make money, and if they're successful right now, they probably will always have an audience. But
This is projection. Keep going.
I guess taking a stand, or just like even a liberal stand at a time where everyone else is right wing on the internet is kind of like it's not necessarily an easy thing, even though it's still where white dudes making money on the internet.
What the fuck does he mean everyone else is right wing on the internet?
He's
There
doing
is
a lot
one,
of weird talking.
there is one right wing guy, quote unquote right wing guy on Twitch. And that's Asmongold. There's just one. What about on YouTube? Okay, so you got the Daily Wire, so you got Ben Shapiro. Okay, so other than the Daily Wire, who do we got? I mean, I'm sure there's a few others, but the majority of them, like the really right-wing guys, the majority of them have been relegated to like fucking Rumble.
Yeah.
What are you on about? There are definitely still more leftists than right-wing guys, I think. Although you guys are just, I mean, I guess you think there's more because you guys are getting getting less views now. So you're trying to figure out where your views are going. And in all honesty, your views are probably just getting lost in entertainment, because that's the one thing you guys are not: entertaining.
Internet probably just being fine. It's not going to affect us that much. We're not.
Not by him. Definitely not by him. I'd rather arm wrestle an alligator in a phone booth than spend like an evening with Noah Samson.
Brave warriors by any means, but it's like it's a very hostile space, regardless of what you look like, to anything that's left of liberal, I guess, or left of centrist.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the right-wing channels are more smaller since they get deplatformed. Yeah, exactly. Like, you get a bunch that probably fly under the radar. You get a bunch of, like, most of them disguise themselves. I feel like most of the right-wing people actually disguise themselves as, like, red pillars. Like, they're still kind of red pill adjacent, because if they go too hard and they just go full on politics, you're right, they get deplatformed. So he's acting like they're taking over, and most of them are still getting deplatformed and, like, relegated to Rumble or Cozy TV or some shit. Yeah, like they're not living, and you can almost tell there's an open admission from these people that they aren't living in the same reality as you and me, because you'll even hear them. I can't remember if it was Denims or iDubbbz, but one of them actually used the phrase "my reality." That's not how reality works, Chief. You don't have a different one. Yeah, you don't have a different one than the rest of us. We all live in the same one. You're just delusional.
That's called being delusional.
You're just delusional. Your reality isn't different. You're crazy.
Yeah. Like, because I heard her say that, and I was like, that's not what that is.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's going to be...
Is he hard rebooting? What happened? Oh, what did Noah say to break him?
I don't know.
Is he rebooting? What happened?
It's a very hostile space, regardless of what you look like, to anything that's...
Oh, is it because he just now realized he looks like a skinhead? Is that what happened? Wait, I'm trying to figure out what broke iDubbbz's brain here.
I mean,
left of liberal, I
one
guess,
would
or
think
left of
that he
centrist.
realized this a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's it. He just realized that he looks like one of the crazy ones.
I don't know. I think
It broke him.
it's going to be... It's hard, but I think it's kind of like...
How do I cope with this? How do I cope with this? How do I cope with this?
Oh crap! I look like a skinhead.
God,
Jesus
what have I
Christ!
done to myself?
And somebody say something. Oh God!
just want like a lot of these creators to realize like how much grace their fucking audience will give them. Like a lot of these creators
Projection again.
Yeah.
Also, I want all these creators to realize just how awesome I am. How can I make this about me?
like haven't gotten to the stage where like I feel like I upset a huge
There we go.
amount of my
He
audience
found a way to make
by,
it about him.
Yep. Yeah.
like by
Yeah.
virtue of my apology, and essentially saying like, yeah, like I don't agree with what I was doing. Therefore, like, if you enjoy,
Yeah, but wasn't that the point? Wasn't that the reason for your apology and why you said you were doing it was because you didn't want that audience anymore? Problem is you didn't know how to cultivate an audience after that.
enjoyed watching this stuff, like I was sort of implying that you are a bad person if you still watch it and you still
You didn't imply it, you outright said it.
enjoy that kind of thing. So I was like,
I'm gonna pause every 3 seconds to keep him
I
from
was gonna
rewriting
say, are you
history.
gonna,
Yes, to keep him from
translate?
rewriting history, because that's what he's doing. No, the purpose of you going on that apology tour, which you said over and over again, was that you don't want that audience. You were shocked at the audience you were attracting, and you didn't want them. They were bad people. They were shitty people. They were coming up to you and saying the N-word. Yeah, you
That's
said
not
all
Sherlock.
of those things.
that was kind of, I think, hard mode for a lot of people to like accept. And I just want other creators to be like, listen, fucking you being a little bit more fucking like, I don't know, political is not the end of the world for your like career online.
It is for yours.
Like even what was that? Like
What's up, man?
there's those anime
Pardon me, Mr.
guys that had Hassan on their podcast.
Oh, anime guys.
They're like a group of
Those
anime
anime
guys, Joey and Connor and someone else, and I think they essentially got bullied to like take their video down or not have Hassan in their.
Oh, I think I remember this because there were some normie guys who didn't know what the fuck Hassan was talking about because they're an anime podcast. I don't know why they had Hassan on because he openly admits that he doesn't watch Bleach and doesn't watch anime. But they had him on, and I think he tried to bring up politics. They didn't know what the fuck he was talking about because they're not political guys. And apparently they didn't give the right answers to some of Hassan's questions. And yes, Hassan's audience bullied them into taking the video down because that's what they do. They will brigade your comments.
Yeah.
You've seen a little taste of that in mine. I'm not even a I'm small fucking fish. I'm a tadpole in the fucking pond of YouTube. And they found my video and brigaded, and every other fucking comment is free Palestine, free Palestine. Oh, let me put a watermelon emoji because there's a black person on screen. Also free Palestine. Yeah, it's just. And then they try to tell me it's bad. It's not too late to delete your channel, bro. Just over and over again. I ain't deleting shit. Suck my dick.
Like, y'all do not
It's
realize
not fucking
the
happening.
person that you are dealing with here.
You ballless bitches don't scare me.
He is not going
on their
to delete
podcast.
All the
anything.
right wing guys call themselves centrists like Tim Pool. Oh, for sure. All of them do. I don't. Do you want to know how a true centrist will answer that question? They won't call themselves a centrist. I mean, I guess that's how I'd identify. But honestly, if anyone asks me about politics, a true centrist will just tell you, I don't know. I don't keep up with politics. I don't know, and I don't care. I don't care about politics.
Yeah.
There you go. That's how you know I'm a centrist. I don't fucking care.
Again or some shit. And I'm just like, man, like, you just need to push through that shit. That is so weird.
I don't
Is
think
it
I'm
just
centrist.
me, or are they
clearly
just
they
talking
fuck with
about
him
nothing?
personally to a certain extent.
He is floundering.
Yeah.
He is
yeah,
trying
it
his
just-
best to figure out what to do and what to say because he's decided to lean into this political world for views, and it's becoming more and more obvious by the day
that he's in over his head.
that he knows nothing
Yeah.
about politics.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And just having your audience just like have like full control over you,
Like,
I just think is
saying a bunch
so.
of
I don't know. It's not. It's not freedom. It's not what.
Again, he's projecting. Do you guys remember the clip where he's sitting next to Hassan and Hassan is talking about lolcows and about the career, and iDubbbz realizes in real time he's talking about
He's
him, and
talking
then he's
about
just
him,
like,
yeah.
"That's so mean." Yeah, this is him realizing in real time that he is now audience captured and that he is beholding to them, and that there's nothing he can do about it. He is realizing this in real time. Yeah, he is. It's like every time we watch one of these videos, you see him slowly realize more and more of the boat of the wagon he's
of
hitched his
the-
horse to.
yeah situation he's in.
Yeah, and slowly start to realize that there's no way out of it. So there's nowhere to go but in because you're in too deep at this point.
I think a lot of them think that they have the freedom to do and say what they want, but I think they're some of the least
So what
free
you're saying is that
creators.
you're all out of love and so lost without you?
Yeah, he's all out of
Yes.
views. Yeah, this is him realizing in real time that like, oh shit, this is the path I've chosen, and it's almost like he's trying to psych himself up for how to keep going down this
Yeah.
path because he hates it, but he's stuck. Yeah, so you're getting to see him realize all this in real time every time you watch a new interview with him or a new stream he does with somebody, anything that's not scripted, and you slowly get to watch him come to terms with it. Yeah, like it's too late, buddy. This is it. You are on
This-
borrowed time.
yeah,
There's
this
nothing that you can
is
do. Might as well
What
just
you've
embrace it,
decided
I
to
guess.
do.
My best advice for you is to spend the next week at least not making content and not doing streams and just reading every Wikipedia article that you can find on Israel and Palestine so you don't look like an absolute jackass in front of these people. Because that's
Yeah.
it, man. One slip up and you're done.
Yeah, this is
You
what
are on-
you've decided to
You are on
to
thin
do.
ice, brother.
Yeah, that's a good frame. I think of it a lot of times as cowardice, and there's maybe some involvement of cowardice, but also it is.
The level of projection from these people is insane. Literally everything they say applies to them. It's wild.
It is restraint by your actual financial material interests, and that is, it's unfortunate, and it's not necessarily like a personal decision to be like, oh, like they're gonna get me. I gotta like capitulate to their ideas. But I mean, Hassan is just one example of.
Well, in my opinion, Free Palestine is it's not even an argument. I mean, it is a stupid argument. Most political arguments are, but it's not even like an argument at this point. It's become like a mantra for them.
Yeah.
I think 90% of the people you'll find in comments and on Reddit screaming Free Palestine couldn't point at that motherfucker on a map. Like it's just become this thing that they say at the end of a sentence or at the end of a phrase. It's just a way for them to whistle to one another that we're from the same community. It's just a mantra, which is ironic from the community that says that they're not cult members. Oh, there's no such thing as a cult of Hassan. Also, we have a mantra, so please take a pamphlet, learn the rules. Jesus Christ. And the Kool-Aid dispenser's over there. And the Kool-Aid Jesus fucking Christ.
We meet every Wednesday.
But they should have the right to say it and not get deported. Oh no, I'll agree with that. Like of course you should have the right to say it and not get deported. Like I'm not gonna ban people in my chat for saying it. I will make fun of you viciously, but I will not ban you. I haven't banned any of those chatters. I haven't deleted any comments from my YouTube page. I haven't banned anyone from my YouTube page other than the ones that YouTube like automatically flags. I haven't banned any words. I believe in freedom of speech and you should have the right to say it. And you're right. You shouldn't get deported if you're a citizen just because you said Free Palestine or whatever. Now, if you're actively promoting terrorist propaganda, well, Homeland Security might have a different outlook on that. But if you're just saying Free Palestine or just protesting something, yeah, that's your right as an American.
Hassan's
You should have
still
that. Oh yeah, he's
still
actively
fine.
promoting terrorist
So, I
recruitment
mean,
propaganda on his stream. Yeah, that
Yeah.
has happened. But even I don't think he should be deported for that. Banned, absolutely, but
Banned,
deported,
yes.
no.
Of like, yeah, most places on the internet, if you bring him on the show, people are gonna freak out because of the amount of content.
Have I heard of the dead internet theory? Yeah, and I saw some videos on it. I think we're a long ways away from that. There's probably some of it. I mean, it's not like it doesn't happen, but this idea that like the internet is just bots responding to bots and like most of the real people don't get noticed and whatnot. There's a lot of bots, don't get me wrong, but we're nowhere near the internet being dead. I think it's a little overblown.
About the stuff he says, and I know you had him in the content cop, right? And there's like in the same way we saw the reaction of like the Twitch tier list, the Habibi Pass tier list.
Ooh, I want to see his take on this. Are we really about to defend the racial tier list? He definitely is. Because it's not a racial tier list. I wasn't grouping people by race. I'm just saying, like,
I was just making
Some
lists
of
things.
some of us love fried chicken more than others. It's not racial tier list. I mean, who doesn't love KFC? Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh my God.
What about your channel? What
I'm
about my
not-
channel?
I'm not making a statement. I'm just making a conversation.
I'm just asking
Yeah.
questions.
Yeah. No. It's obviously Arab's a race, but we put it at the top because it's so great. But all races are great. That could have been any race. Loves Sabra at the bottom? Who doesn't love hummus? Loves chicken at the bottom? Who doesn't love chicken?
doesn't love chicken,
whatever, man.
yeah.
It's a racial tier list. Mm-hmm. You wish you were a bot? Oh, it's pretty easy to be a bot, man. Just turn your brain off.
Dude.
That's what most of Hassan's viewers have done. Oh, okay.
Just complete insanity, but so
fuck
much
did you come
content
from?
gets made about this thing that it becomes a thing where in order to speak out against how this is like kind of pretty racist and pretty crazy that these people are being banned from Twitch for just
If you had 15 ovens, how long would it take to bake 6 million cookies? What? Why are you asking me? I don't bake cookies. I'm not Famous Amos. Go ask him. Go ask Famous Amos. I get it's a Jew joke. Yeah, I get it. I'm
I know.
avoiding. I'm avoiding the Jew joke.
I
You don't
know.
have to tell me.
joking while
Go ask Famous Amos.
it's rare that
died.
people were even talking about it.
Famous Amos died.
Yeah, you didn't know?
He must not have been that famous. I'd have heard about it. Oh. How many cookies do you think that he baked?
A lot.
Was it 6 million?
Probably.
Yeah, it's probably way more than 6 million.
Probably way more.
On YouTube especially, and that's I don't know. It's
I like that saying, joking while Arab.
that's what it was. Literally, it was like
Yeah.
joking, like
That's
saying
great. No, you're right.
yeah.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
both
God, I
seem
was gonna say
uncomfortable.
something. Oh, that was another thing. Yeah, like the choice.
Yeah, so when he doesn't know the answer to one of those political questions or one of the things he's saying, he just stumbles and changes changes the subject. That's been his whole pattern here. It was 6 billion. Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, come up with better jokes, man. Stop using age-old jokes that have been around for like 100 years and come up with something new and fresh, man. Everyone's heard those. They're not funny anymore.
To have Hassan in the video. That's another
Look, I'm all for a good joke. I don't even care if it's race-based, but just come up with one I hadn't heard before. Or everyone hasn't already heard before. Jesus. Put some fucking effort in.
thing that I noticed in the comments is I think there are so many people, like, that was a very active choice on my part. I was like, I feel like, I think a lot of people are like, oh, you're such a bitch for having this guy in your video. And I'm like, no, I think I would be a major bitch if
Don't Google it. Come up with something of your own. Come on, be original.
Okay, hold
Okay,
on.
hold on. Let me Google it. Jesus Christ, how lazy is this generation?
I didn't take a fucking stand and had this guy in my video.
Oh, speaking
Because
of,
I think a
go get
lot
the
of them
dog.
come from this place of like, you need to appeal to the most like you need to cast your net so fucking wide, and I think the expectation was like, be on your own island. Do not like, you know, you
fuck
should
are
be
you talking
afraid
about?
of associating with these people. And I didn't want to do that because I think that is like, that's super weak in my mind. I'm like, no, I fucking agree.
But isn't that what you're doing now? Just
Yeah.
associating with people for views? Wait, how is that any different? You just casted your net from one group of fish to a different group of fish. I don't understand. What the fuck?
Don't speak sense and logic.
A Jew walks into a wall with an erection and hits its wallet.
What?
Fire it on all pistons.
Agree with a lot of the things that these creators have to say. Like, to disinclude them would be just a fucking wimp move in my mind. So I think I just want to say that because there are a lot of people who think like this, taking the centrist approach is like, you know, the ultimate win, and I just couldn't disagree more.
Yeah, it's the centrist approach, and
What color will my baby be?
We already have babies.
What do you mean? What?
Oh,
This virgin doesn't know how babies work.
Nah.
Google Beyonce. There you go.
And it's the
Or Lisa.
I don't like this guy and
Lisa.
Mariah Carey.
No, Lisa. What's her name from the Cosby Show?
No, our kid's got a Beyonce look to him.
I don't know. According to my friend, they look Indian.
Your friend's an idiot.
She calls them Pushpa.
Your friend's an idiot.
No, she's
Also,
not.
that's racist.
It's not.
Your friend's a racist idiot. They got a Beyonce look to him.
the politics comes secondary because he's left. I'm now centrist kind of.
Okay, how about this one? A Jew, a Mexican, and a black walk into a bar. What does the bartender say? I don't know. What does he say?
And a black.
Get the fuck out? Why? Does their money not spend? Jews have money. That joke doesn't make any sense.
No.
Come on, you can do better than that. Jews have money.
A factor where, like, I'm sure many comments of people saying,
Yeah, there's so many reasons why you want all of them in your bar.
Yeah.
The Jews have money. The Mexican can work in the kitchen, and the blacks travel in packs. That's more customers. I don't understand this joke.
like Hassan included, like you are now anything from communist to terrorist to like just cringe. And I don't know, I think a lot of
What do you mean Western society cannot sustain Browns?
What?
Dude, right now Western society is sustained off the backs of Browns. Who do you think's working them fields, man? I don't see
Who do
your
you
white
think
ass
built
out.
your shit?
I don't see your white ass out there.
Yeah. Who do you think built
Hey,
all
hey,
that
hey,
shit?
that black construction or those white construction workers in The Punisher and on TV shows, they're only on TV shows, man. Jesus fucking Christ.
a lot of the conflict that's happened in the last 6 months to a year, it seems like has been from people that kind of maybe they care about things and they want to make things better and they have convictions, or at least they try to, and people that don't and either want to make money or are very stupid and don't care at all
It's painful listening to
about
both
the
of
things
y'all.
they're talking about and about the people they're criticizing. And it's bizarre.
Blacks and browns have a 100% success rate of third world. Not one brown nation is first world. I'm sorry. I realize Wakanda doesn't show up on a map, but there you go. There you go. Suck it. Oh my God, dude.
Oh, God.
Seeing that happen over the last year, where it's like these conflicts keep happening with people like Asmongold or Ethan or Mutahar or any of these people that just I think personally are quite dumb and they don't really care. And like maybe there's some part of them that has some like political convictions buried deep within, material incentives and not actually caring and wanting to, I guess,
There are, all right, all jokes aside, I can't name any of them off the top of my head, but, Google is your fucking friend. The point I'm making here is there are over 260 sovereign countries in the fucking world. What percentage of them that are third world do you really think are all brown? Because I guarantee you there's plenty of white ones too. Figure that out. I don't know. Google's your friend, man. I don't know why you care about this shit so much. You don't live in any of them, and neither do I. Guess what? Neither one of us ever will. I mean, unless you really want to. I'm not going to stop you from moving there, but I'm not
Not to
going.
mention, most of the first world countries were built on the backs of brown people.
Yeah, they don't care about all that. They don't care about all
Just
that.
saying.
There's no logic behind racism.
Sure,
No,
you
there's
think
not.
logic.
Yeah, there's no
There's no logic.
Yeah, there's no
I
logic
know,
behind the
I
racism.
know.
Anything to justify it, huh, guys?
Yep, anything to justify it.
A gadget one? Oh, a gas one. The gadget one made more sense because gadgets are expensive. Except Africa. Why didn't they build Africa? I have no idea what you're talking about, man. What do you mean build Africa? I don't know what you're talking about. If they built America, why didn't they build Africa? Okay. I don't care about this.
They did.
I don't.
Kenya's
Yeah,
pretty first world.
there's
but,
there's
I mean, And
I don't know why you're so obsessed with foreign countries, as if
I don't know.
any of that matters to the black people that are here in America.
Yeah.
I don't care about foreign countries. I don't give a fuck. I
And-
care about the black people here and how America works here, and seems to be working fine. So
the
I don't know what your
richest
problem
man
is.
ever in the world to date was
It's
a
from
black
Sa-
man.
No, the richest man in the world to date is Elon Musk,
No.
but he is South African, so
No.
suck it.
No.
No, you-
I'm talking about someone who lived many moons ago.
Oh, Mesa Musa?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I know Mesa Musa.
See.
I'm pretty sure that Elon Musk is close to his wealth though.
Yeah,
Like,
oh
at this
yeah.
point,
Elon
maybe
Musk is
surpass
getting
it.
close, but I'm just saying, like, up to this point, no one has reached his level of wealth. The man
Elon Musk getting
visited
close,
fucking
though.
Cairo and destroyed their economy just because he visited.
I mean, Elon Musk could do that now.
Oh yeah, he
He
could.
could destroy half the world's economy. I helped
Could.
build.
Could.
Yeah, he could.
Could.
I
Well, what
helped
could?
build 3 wells in Africa, and
You're-
when we set up the
You're
copper.
putting this in the past
Okay.
tense.
Good for you.
All right, I'm done reading the Rumble fucking chatters.
Good
I
for
am
you.
I am done with the racist crowd.
Yeah.
You guys go back to your Groypers and your Nick Fuentes. I'm done with you for tonight. Jesus Christ, you guys aren't even clever. I don't care about your crazy neo-Nazi talking points, man. That ain't what this stream's about.
Yep.
Audience capture, like you were talking about. But it just feels it feels like just way too. This is about me. This is about how I feel about that person, and this is about this like one-to-one interaction rather
Jeff,
than
did you
the
like
bigger
to look
picture.
at the Doom roguelite that I put up
I did. I hadn't had a chance to
after
play it. Yet.
Blast?
Yeah, I hadn't had a chance to play it yet, but it looks right up my alley. I think that Doom would be better as a roguelike, or at least having a roguelike mode at the end of Doom, because I beat Doom the Dark Ages in a weekend. I mean, every achievement, every difficulty, every secret, and there's no multiplayer. There's zero reason for me to go back to that game. I was done in 2 days. That is definitely not a $70 or $80 experience. Like, I think having a mode with, like, endless, like, if you're not going to put a multiplayer in it, then at least put, like, a roguelike mode with endless randomly generated levels. Or even better, if Doom really wants some kind of multiplayer that works, since they're struggling to find one, fucking level editor. User created content. There you go. Problem solved. Holy shit.
You know what game really benefited from a level editor?
Mario Maker?
Doom.
Yeah, Doom. Jesus, like, I can't believe they dropped the ball so hard on Dark Ages. It's a fun rental. Like, it was fun while it lasted, but dude, it was way too easy. Like, that is the easiest ultra hard difficulty Doom I've ever played, and you can be done in 2 days. Like it's just ridiculously easy. Where the fuck you going?
Running away from you.
Hey, buddy.
Ah.
My Egg the Liar?
Well.
Oh shit, I
mean,
found Medieval Song. Alright, what's up?
If you're a liar, I'm just saying.
Okay. Alright, farewell. Run
I
away!
mean, he is
booking it, man. I don't know where he's going. Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
God.
American flag? Yes, we all live in America. I hope your channel wins. Go Israel and its future brown mulatto slave population. All right. Oh, he's running from this guy. Keep going, man. You missed him. He's down the road.
Jesus. Why?
That seemed unnecessary.
I know, right?
That firefly was asking for it.
Flying
All right.
around.
Let's finish this up.
Being all bright.
Picture of like what they're trying to say and how you're trying to engage in the content, because that's just you don't like a guy, you want to see him get shit on. It doesn't really matter the reason they're shitting on him. It could be political.
Again with the projection. They're literally describing what they're doing to Ethan.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter the reason. We just want him to get shit on. We'll find a reason.
No.
It's like I said in my video where they all left the nasty comments and tried to tell me how wrong I was.
Yeah.
That they have, the one where I debated, by the way, if you guys haven't seen me debate an actual H3 snarker, I debated one. It went terribly for him. Then he got so mad that he crashed. I tried to do a video game stream. He crashed my Dune the Dark Ages launch stream to crash out in my voice chat in a debate again. Spoiler alert, it ends with him crying. It's a fun watch. Yes. But as I tried to explain to him, that it sounds like what you've done is you've gotten a conclusion and now you're working backward. Because that's what they do. They have the conclusion. Conclusion is Ethan bad. Now let's try to find all the reasons he's bad instead of just looking at his actions and figuring out if he's bad. Africa was exploited and they made it as hard as possible to construct it like other countries. Yeah, I mean, they probably would prosper more if they weren't being held down by other stuff. Again, I don't want to get into geopolitics stuff because I do not give two shits about politics. The Rumble crowd is as racist and right-wing as I said they were, so thank you all the Rumble chatters for showing up and proving my point. That's why the right-wingers are all on Rumble. There you go. Thank you for all showing up and proving Noah Sampson wrong live on stream. Where are all these right-wing creators on YouTube you speak of, Noah? Sounds like they all went to Rumble and they took their audiences with them. There you go.
Political, and they could be wrong in heinous ways, or it could just be
X is
this
the
guy
answer. Now, how do I get to X?
Yeah, basically, yeah. Work backwards for the answer. Solve for X.
fucking looks weird and he sucks, and it doesn't matter at that point. But even though drawing intense meaning out of that is still like an audience of people that hate this person for various reasons isn't
equal X. Okay, now the answer is 5, so how do I get 2 and 2 to equal 5?
What do you call an Ethiopian with a dog? Vegetarian. That was pretty good.
Aren't most of them vegetarians?
What, Ethiopians?
Yeah.
I think he's doing a Starving Marvin joke.
I mean, yeah. Okay. Ooh,
they're not like
Ethiopian
necessarily like
Huh?
There's an Ethiopian place next door. We should try it.
This is absolutely bad timing for you to bring that up.
I'm sorry.
He just accused them of eating dogs.
Oh, come on.
Just read the room.
People,
read the room, baby.
People
read the room.
accuse Asian people of eating dogs all the time. And it don't stop you from getting Chinese food.
Chinese food is dog? Why don't you tell me?
It's a thing. People always say
that
dog and cat.
Is that how they make it so? Oh, that's why there's no strays in their dumpsters behind the building, but there are in others. Oh my God.
Well, there are some strays in their dumpsters, but that's all the food.
All right. We gotta finish this.
All right. Oh, God.
To be clear, that was all performative. We know Chinese food isn't made of dogs. There's your disclaimer. Let's keep going.
explicitly political actors. Like, it's not like, oh, they're gonna go do a hate crime because they don't like a leftist online. A lot of times they just think,
wait, so they're not gonna do a hate crime because they like a leftist online?
Because they don't like a leftist
Does sending skulls to someone's house constitute a hate crime?
or calling CPS.
I mean, it's definitely a veiled threat.
It is.
Like,
yeah.
there's no other way to interpret human remains showing up at your house other than a threat.
Especially the skulls, you know. Like,
yeah, human skulls. Yeah, that's definitely a threat.
Yeah.
And, okay, well, the CPS thing might not be a threat, but yeah, I mean, this is projection. But you know why they left the tag on the skulls, right?
Why? Because he wanted to return them?
No. I mean,
Like
that's the narrative that they're going
Goddamn
with.
dress from Dillard's.
That's the narrative that they're going with.
Okay.
But apparently that site had an option to like pay on delivery. They tried to stick Ethan with the bill for sending skulls to him to his own house, and he left the tags on them because he sent them back as return to sender, and he wasn't going to pay for them. He took them out to take pictures of them first.
So, like a pizza.
Because they tried to stick him with the bill. And by the way, for those going with the bad empanada thing, before you jump in my comment section and tell me, well, wouldn't the FBI confiscate them if as evidence? Like, why would he send them back? So the FBI isn't really involved. It can be both.
Yeah.
The
Two things can be
the
true.
FBI can just go subpoena that company and get them.
Yeah.
Like, he can send them back so he's not stuck with the bill, and then the FBI can also investigate that company to find out, like, why are you guys taking orders to random people's houses and not vetting your customers better? Because you are supposed to have permits and stuff to get all that stuff. So
Yeah.
it can be both.
It's more likely both.
Yeah, it's more than likely
they
that's how
do
it
need
went.
to know, why are you guys just sending random,
Yeah,
to
more than
random-
likely the FBI told him to send them back, and they plan on going to talk to that company
Yeah.
themselves. If I had to guess. Jesus Christ. What do you call a black guy with a gun? Sir?
I don't understand. I'm still
That's
stuck
what you
on,
call any man with a gun.
I mean, that's
assuming
what
you don't
I would
wanna get shot.
assume. But I'm just having a hard time with his hair dye.
He ran out of dye.
Is he broke? Is he po?
No,
What the-
he's just bad at buying hair dye, I
He's
guess.
just bad at
I mean,
bu-
they just made $430,000 for charity, so clearly, he's got
He
the
might
ability to
need
make
that
money.
charity. I mean, look
Why?
at
Just look at the paused picture.
Yes,
both
that's
just
how-
They both look
horrible.
disgusted. They both just look disgusted with themselves.
with themselves. yeah.
Like, you guys don't even want to be doing the content that you're doing, man.
Like, his
There's
lip,
no
he's-
joy. All these faces are devoid of joy every time you watch one of these streams. No one notices that Denim's face is also devoid
Yes,
of joy
all
because
of
she's too
these
busy
people-
showing off her personalities.
Yeah.
But there's no joy in Frogan's face. She's
Yeah.
crying in half her streams.
Yeah.
Like, the only one who looks happy to be doing this is Hassan.
Yeah.
Like, it's so fucking insane to me how obvious all this stuff
Like-
is and how quickly they defend it.
There's never joy, and people like this, they never have.
Maybe
joy.
streaming is soul crushing because theirs are gone. Their souls have been sucked right out of them. They've been Shang Tsung'd.
They're cringe. And in the same way, people have thought people were cringe on the internet always. But I guess the difference now is that these two spaces are interacting, and it feels weird. Like it's kind of like it feels weird, and you are kind of one of the people in the
You're the reason they're interacting.
Yeah.
middle of the transitory
Yes.
phase, and that's kind of probably a weird position to be.
Self-inserted, by the way. He didn't get drug into the middle of this. He's self-inserted.
in.
It is. I super feel it right now with the talking points that are being used. Like, there's a lot. It's shocking. Like Ethan is using.
Why do Jews like watching porns backwards? Because I can watch the hookers give the money back. All right, you guys got to stop. I think we're done with the racist jokes. Racist jokes are funny because, remember, racist jokes are funny because we're laughing at how ridiculous the notion of racism is, not because we're laughing at the races. My last video talked all about that, but still, Jesus. Okay, we do gotta chill. I don't want to get my channel shut down before my monetization is approved here.
Fucking like clips and like rhetoric that I've heard over the past decade from my haters, and I'm just like, oh, this is wild. Like, we are not we're in.
Why does this quest have me taking a bath with this man? I have no idea what's going on in this game. Oh, I'm supposed to be killing him. Never mind. Okay, got it. Okay, I'm gonna kill him in the
I'm
bathroom.
supposed to be killing him. Why are you taking a bath with him?
I skipped so much dialogue. I have no idea what's going on.
I mean, I assume you are naked as he is too.
Oh no, I'm in my armor. I
Oh,
don't know
then
what
just
he's
kill his ass.
I can't let the guard see it.
Time to die, Imperial Pig.
He's enjoying his retirement. All right, let's finish this.
in a very different.
It does not look like Ted Danson.
I was thinking.
Is this the
kinda
good
looked,
place?
Who's the guy? Richard Gere. He kind of looked like Richard Gere. a
The
little bit.
gerbil guy?
Yeah.
I don't think the younger crowd knows who Richard Gere is.
They don't.
Okay, he does kind of look like Ted Danson, but he is not going to the good place. Oh no, you
Sneak
are
up
not.
behind him.
Nope, we're going invisible. I need you to turn around. You can't see what's about to happen to Ted Danson. I need you to turn around.
It's too short to be Ted Danson.
All right. Old school. Quick save. All right, Ted Danson. You ready to go to the good place? God damn it! He took that to the face.
You are naked.
Resist arrest. Whoa, we got armor! What is happening?
Criminal scum.
You failed.
Oh my god. Let's reload. Literal plot armor on screen.
Like the man's butt naked. Naked as the day he was born. And
Just
then
Thanos snapped that armor into existence. Alright, I gotta find a better way to kill him. Anyway. Let's get back to watching iDubbbz kill his
can't
career.
drown him.
Era, and I kind of forget
I think I just
that
gotta
there is
follow
this
him.
aspect of the internet.
That's why you have to follow the advice of the NPC guys.
I just gotta follow him.
Stealth Archer is the way to go.
Yeah, I just gotta follow him.
You know, where kind of what they're concerned about.
How long
I think
ago
there's
did
some
this?
people who are concerned
Crouch.
about like who is
I can't, I'm in water.
You're in water.
winning
You have to wait
and
for him to
like,
get out of the water.
Yeah, I gotta wait.
like who is cool. Like who is the winning person, who is the cool person. I think most of the times that is like, you know, the same person.
Or if you were playing the
That's
game
what he
right,
thinks
you
of
were-
himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he thinks of himself. He thinks he's the winning person. He
The
thinks he's the
winning
cool
person.
person. And sometimes that's the same person. It's me. The level of delusion with this man is oh
Wow.
man. Just it's up there, man.
The face.
He's getting off on it right now.
I mean, the other guy.
It's like iDubbbz is in the cuck chair and he's being watched. It's the face he makes when Hassan fucks his wife.
It's kind of giving him the slide out there. Like, what the fuck is? What are you
Jesus
doing?
Christ.
Oh my god.
But
He
I
just went
think
to
all
a
of the
place.
people who are like, no, who is like literally winning the argument and who is like presenting a better case. I think a lot of those people are just silent. You know, at most they're clicking like on a video.
Oh, that's why nobody's leaving good comments about your content cop. So many people agree with it, but all the people that agree with it are silent, and there's more of those than there are bad commenters. But they click the like button. That's why my like to dislike ratio is so high. That extension's just broken. Well, show us the like to dislike ratio then. No, I don't want to show it. No, I don't want to show it. It's the Dr. Disrespect thing all over again. Nothing inappropriate happened during those whispers with that minor, guys. It's not as bad as they make it out to be. Well, show the messages. Show the messages. Show the messages. What are we, 12? What are we? Why are you fucking crashing out? Just show the fucking messages, bro. Jesus. Okay, pedo. Okay.
Yeah.
But they're not gonna fucking put in like the labor to like make sure
nothing
their
behind.
their
Stop
guy
acting like you
wins
have
or
something
their
behind.
girl wins. You know, they're just gonna fucking kind of move on because they got a life.
Yeah, or they're not that charged about it in a parasocial manner. It's the
Right.
ideas they're more focused on, so they're less incentivized to.
Yeah, all the ones who agree with me have lives, and they're not parasocial guys. That's man. The cope. This isn't an interview. This is a copium stream.
Yeah.
These two guys just jerk each other off.
Yeah. God in the face.
Totally.
Fuck this other guy. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's how I see it at least.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, fuck
said
this
that.
other guy.
He said that like he was convincing himself. He's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I see it. At least.
That's it's almost like they were talking about his wife. Yeah, fuck this other guy. That's how I see it. That's how I want to see it. I'll take the plunge, Ian. I'll call you a cuck. Okay. There you go. Go ahead and get your rocks off, buddy. It happened. Someone called you a cuck today. You'll have to get someone else to do it tomorrow, man. I can't please you every day. Me, dude.
But what's going on with, if you want to talk about it, the the creator clash stuff. I know you said you stepped away.
Oh, this ought
How
to
are
be
you
good.
Yeah, I
feeling
mean-
about that stuff?
Good. I mean,
Sadly, Doc is not done. He put out a tweet today, and I got brigaded commenting on it because what was this tweet? He was talking about his Battlefront 2 stream, and for some reason, even though I don't follow him, that came up in my timeline. I guess people I follow him, but he showed up in my timeline talking about his Battlefront 2 stream, and he had to put at the bottom, "They tried to end my fucking career, they fucking lied, and we're still fucking here.
Oh, God.
Let's go, champs." So I commented with a picture of his deleted tweet where he was admitting guilt, and I was like, "Wasn't this you?" And they all jumped on me they all just jumped on with the cope. He was just trying to bait the journalism. Looks like somebody got baited. Blah, blah. I was like, oh my God, dude. But yeah, he's still getting fucking 20, 30,000 viewers a stream. He got over 360,000 views on a 10-year-old game. Sadly, he's not done. He should be done, but no, his audience successfully followed him over to YouTube. YouTube gave him back his monetization. He has managed to successfully rewrite history and make everyone forget that he did have inappropriate conversations with a minor. That's not speculative. That's not allegedly. He admitted it himself in a tweet that he deleted. I saved the tweet. I screenshotted it, and I will show it to him every time he claims he didn't. I will put that in his comments. But it doesn't matter. People are willingly ignoring reality.
Did his wife forget?
Yep, he used the trump card. Yeah, well, his wife got paid. She is definitely with him for money.
I feel free, you know. I want to be able to fucking say what I want,
Same reason that Ian's wife is with him.
Yeah.
and you know, not worry about you know, putting other people in weird positions or whatever. So I feel good. I hope that the event is a success. And yeah, it's.
I guess
it's
inverse
fucking-
question is, what does it feel like to see people, I guess, celebrating that a charity event might fail because you're the one who started it?
Yeah, I mean, you know, if they want to fucking blame me again, it's fucking like it makes me so mad because I'm like fucking like.
Because they're right, and it's
Yeah.
your fault. You couldn't wait 2 months to do your content cop and insert yourself into this drama. You couldn't just focus on that charity event. Again, no one is cheering for a charity to fail and not get money. No one's doing that. In fact, most of the people are being encouraged to just donate directly to the charity and skip your event altogether. We're cheering for your event to fail because it should. And you should never be allowed to do this again ever because you're terrible at it. The charities, we want to get their money. And I think a lot of people have just donated directly to the charity.
Do and say whatever to me specifically, you know, like hurt me and my wife
Yes,
as
we
much
will.
as you want, you fucking losers. But yeah, I mean, I feel like they're missing the entire point. Yeah, it doesn't feel good, you know.
His content is drier than a nun. Yeah, just
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. If you want to dry up your wife's vagine real quick, just make her watch some Noah Samson. That'll do it. That'll do it. It's the anti-gooner. But Creator Clash is 100% him and Anissa's fault. It is 100% your fault that a fucking desert war got injected into a boxing event because you just couldn't wait 2 months to do your content cop. It's not like Ethan and Hassan wouldn't still be beefing in 2 months. I don't understand why this couldn't wait. It is no one's fault but your own. You can call people losers for disagreeing with it all you want. You can do all the cope that you want. It is 100% your fucking fault, you dumb fuck. This is you don't deserve it. The best bet you have to make any money off of Creator Clash at this point is to sell the fucking brand. Just sell the name Creator Clash. Sell the brand to fucking Logan Paul or Jake Paul or somebody or another creator who actually gives a fuck about boxing that can turn it into something, because you clearly cannot. And I do encourage anyone who doesn't want to see the charities fail and want to see them actually get money, just go donate directly to the charities. Just go do that. I mean, I honestly feel bad for the people participating, for the fighters, because they didn't ask for any of this. They're the real victims. And if they're like, if they're like AB's wife, who had to like front her own bill to do the training and to do all this stuff, and she's not going to get paid until the event happens. And now the event might not even happen. Well, she went $12,000 in debt, so I'm hoping that didn't happen to the other creators. They're the ones that I feel bad for, not him. So stop with the sympathy card. No one gives a fuck about you. This shit is your fault. Just for once, I want to see one of Hassan or his orbiters just admit fault in something and take some goddamn responsibility. You want to show us you've grown? Don't give us speeches about how you learned empathy at 32. Do the actual adult thing of taking responsibility for something. Fucking anything.
Don't do that.
Just take responsibility for something.
Narcissists don't do that, sweetie.
Yeah, I can't imagine it does, but I feel like that's another case of the personal is transcending any semblance of things that are important, or like any principles of like, what was
Again
the
with the
for?
projection.
Like cancer research, or I don't even remember.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
stand up to cancer.
Cancer is bad, comes below. I don't like this guy, and I'm going to talk about not liking this guy before I talk about cancer is bad, because I don't really care about either, but I'm more likely to make videos out of fuck that guy, and whoever gets in the way of that, even if it's kids with cancer, fuck them. All right, fuck you. I want to talk shit. It feels insane a little bit, but I don't know.
Okay, he could.
Yeah, I mean, the way I see it is, I think the common defense from the other side would be something along the lines of like, don't use charity as a shield. But I think
that's pretty good advice.
You should probably take it.
Maybe do that.
Yeah.
You are clearly doing that. You use charity as a shield for Creator Clash 2, and you lost $250,000. And then you tried to blame everyone else. And now you're literally doing it again. Yes, everyone knows your playbook now, and they're not falling for it a second time.
I think they completely missed the point that it's like, it's not a shield. It's just like, hurt me as much as you want. You know, it's basically saying like, you do not have a case. You are not winning. You are not hurting me. So you're trying to find other ways to hurt me. You are like, you're kind of by attacking this other thing, by triangulating this other thing, you are proving that nothing's working.
What other thing? You're the one who called it a charity boxing event. The charity was the thing. The boxing part's the other thing. It's the whole point. Isn't that what you said? It's a charity boxing event? I thought the charity wasn't a separate thing, so now it is? It can't be both.
You know?
Yeah.
And
oh man.
I mean, that's the way I see it. I don't, you know, I don't want to give it too much like time and attention, but yeah, it is fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, I see a through line of what you're talking about using something as a shield, when the shield is a good thing, but Israel-Palestine using a genocide to deflect from criticism. Like, stop doing that, because you're...
Isn't that what you guys do?
Isn't that what they do?
You guys literally fill my comment section with Free Palestine. It's your fucking mantra. You guys throw out the word genocide like it's fucking Halloween candy. Like Jesus, like it's beginning to lose all meaning.
Yep.
You guys hide behind it so much.
Or you're using it in a way that like you don't actually care about it. You're only doing this thing because you want to protect yourself, or only doing this thing because you want to get away with being naughty online. And it's like, how, for the average person, how fucking insane do you sound that you're going through making some type of big charity event, or going through and just like advocating against the most obviously immoral thing that's happened so clearly in front of all of our eyes in a very long time, just saying that that's bad and that the people doing that need to be held accountable.
First of all, you're disconnected from the average person if you think the average person gives a fuck about a desert war on the other side of the fucking ocean. The average American doesn't give a fuck about that. I challenge you. I challenge any of you to get up out of your fucking streaming chair and go make that video. Go to a fucking Walmart with a camera and a microphone and stop a bunch of random people as they come in the door and ask them about Israel or Palestine and see the reaction that you get. Most of them won't give a shit. I'm sorry. That's the reality. Most people outside of the internet don't actually care about that. They're not thinking about that when they go to the voting booth. It is not an issue for them. It's It's a foreign war in a foreign country they have no tie to. They just don't care. That's the reality. This is an online politics thing, and that's it. It's a problem for online politics only.
Yeah.
No one's having these conversations at a dinner table at a Ruby Tuesday. That's not fucking happening. Like, you're not gonna walk past an Israel-Palestine fucking conversation out in the wild. Like, I've never walked past one, and I don't know anyone who has.
Yeah, the guy that they're like ganging up on, he does have ties to.
Yeah, he actually has ties to him, and even he knows that he's not running into strangers out in the wild talking about it. What you're gonna walk past some old redneck white couple at a Cracker Barrel and they're talking about Israel? It's not fucking happening, man. This is not the average voter thing. What do you think that gangster black guy is out there with his boys just sitting there rapping about Israel? Shut the fuck up. This shit's not the average American isn't fucking talking. They're just not. I'm sorry, they're not.
Well, people, what do you think about Israel Palestine?
Hey, Dookie Shoes. Somebody asked Dookie Shoes what do you think about Israel and Palestine. Shit. Don't get me started on Israel and Palestine there. Dookie Shoes got a lot to say about Israel Palestine.
Dookie Shoes enough.
The fuck up, man. Real people ain't talking about this shit. This is an internet topic.
Oh my god.
Somehow these people are able to.
The only other place you're going to find it is on like a
college campus. Yeah, no, I'm talking
campus.
about like normal people. College kids aren't normal people either. I'm talking about your average everyday like citizen isn't a college student. Like, I'm talking like you go out into public, anywhere that's just public. College campuses aren't public. Outside of the internet and outside of a college campus, and you're not that like these conversations just aren't being had.
Outside of
they're not.
Political.
Right. Just any normal place, a Walmart, a Cracker Barrel, a Ruby Tuesday, a Target. Like, these conversations just aren't being had out in the fucking wild. They're just not. That's just that
Sizzler?
is
Do you guys
that
still
is
have
cool.
Sizzler?
And we don't have Sizzler. No, I think they got
do
bought
we?
out. I think they got
one-
bought out by somebody, like Ribeyes or something. I don't know.
Yeah, like the
they still
one
exist, but they're a different
down,
name now.
At the beach closed.
Yeah,
Turned
like
into
they either
Ribeyes,
closed or
I think.
rebranded to something else. From the river to the sea sounds very wholesome. Oh yeah. River to the sea. Yeah. So what do you mean? What happens from the river to the sea? Tell me that part. From the river to the sea can mean a lot of things. What do you mean by that? I feel like the black guy in the meme. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, you need the front part of that conversation to actually make that into context.
Yeah.
It will run red with blood from the river to the sea.
There we go. There's the part they leave out.
Yeah.
Okay. So, genocide.
Yep.
Got it.
Yep.
That thing that they say they don't hide behind or support. Funny how that works out, isn't it? If you just got one extra sentence of that phrase.
Yep.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool.
Frame that
Context
as like,
matters.
oh, you're just talking about that because
It's like the customer is always right in the matter of taste.
Yeah. They always leave off the last part.
you want to be, you want to, like, you want to.
They're mad because it's a way
like,
to defend yourself. Like in there, I mean, it's a bit of projection, right? Like, I think it kind of exposes their way of thinking, where it's like, yeah, it would be really fucking handy if I had like a genocide to use as my defense or whatever.
What about from the river to the sea thing? Can you use that one? That one you guys support? The one that's literally in the full phrase that you conveniently leave out? You could use that one. Just thought.
And it's like, not like that's not that's not where other people are coming from. They're coming from this is bad, and I'm going to bring up the important thing that should be on the front of all of our minds. Like, how can
that important thing that has nothing to do with your boxing event when people are talking about the boxing event? Cool.
you not?
Yeah, and the inevitable result of, don't talk about this thing because I'm mad at you for some other insignificant thing is getting people to not talk about the thing. And that's just, that's how you end up supporting a thing is by, when it needs to be talking about talked about just shutting people up, and yeah, I don't know. That's been.
The whole word salad meant nothing. I don't even think like we watched his train of thought derail in real time. Like I feel like he just had a Michael Scott. Like
sometimes I start a sentence.
Yeah, I start a sentence and I don't even know where it's going. I don't even know where the sentence is going. Yeah, he just had a Michael Scott moment.
Yeah.
If I keep talking long enough, I'll eventually get to a point.
Yeah, I'll eventually form a coherent sentence that'll go somewhere. Yeah. The fuck, man.
I've seen, but
Yeah.
Like the whole half
I
of
care about
this video, like the last half, is just been that.
This is the one part I'm interested in.
Salad.
This is the one part I'm interested in. The one part that's been of substance. If I'd have known the whole conversation was this, I would have just skipped to this part because all I care about is the creator clash stuff. So the rest of it has just been them projecting and coping about why no one likes him or watches his content.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah, now he's gonna. I'm waiting until he finds a way to deflect the blame for the failure of content of creator clash onto Ethan, because so far he has deflected blame. He said it ain't his fault, but he's blamed the fans. He's blamed blamed commenters. But I'm waiting for him to be like, well, those people I'm blaming are actually H3's community, which makes it Ethan's fault. Yeah, so I'm waiting for him to find whatever like logical workaround he has to find to make it Ethan's fault. Again, he's working backwards from the conclusion. He just ain't filled in all the blanks yet.
By the way, I think that's a good
thank
look.
you. Yeah, it was a challenge for the stream. I think it was for like 100k, 150k, and we ran out of dye, so I only got half. But I kind of like the half and half. I don't know. I think I'm.
Oh, he likes
That's
it.
good. I've seen there's a lot of creators, a lot of women creators who.
I like looking like gay Two-Face. Oh no, Batman, stop, no! Batman, no! God, these guys are fucking clowns, man.
Just
Got the half and
go
half.
to
I
the
think
grocery
we need to
store,
start
get another
repping it.
box of dye.
Yeah, you could do. You think you will?
I hope they never figure out. I hope they never
that
figure
works.
out how bad they are and how laughable all their actions are, because the best kind of lolcow is a lolcow who's not self-aware. The minute they become self-aware, they turn into Boogie 2988, and then I lose interest.
Yeah, that's very true.
Will you ever dye the buzz?
I could do that, yeah.
Oh,
When
dye
I
his
was
buzz cut.
younger,
He's gonna
it
dye
was
his
a big
skinhead.
fad in Southern California to bleach your hair.
Please bleach the buzz. Please bleach the buzz. Look like a giant cum-stained penis. I cannot wait. Please do it. The memes are gonna be just. I'm salivating. Oh my god, I want the memes so bad. Please do that. Please.
Oh god.
And I think I want to go back there, especially with the buzz cut. It'll look crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll look crazy, all right.
Yeah. Although my hairline's kind of receding a little bit, so I don't know.
He 100% has a humiliation fetish. This is
does.
intentional.
He does.
Oh
he
my
has
God.
to.
I'll be like some of my hairline will disappear even more if it's bleach blonde. I think it's a little too similar to my skin color.
Yeah, I respect that because I'm worried about my hairline. It's already high up. But, rocking a buzz with the receding hairline, it looks good on you.
It's a choice. It's
is.
definitely a
It's
choice.
a choice, yeah.
You know, it sounds like it would be very scary, but you rock it. So
I
Good
need
job.
to go lower.
No, he doesn't. He looks like a cancer patient.
Isn't that what I said when I was like, who's a cancer patient?
He's 1 month away from his next chemo treatment.
Lord.
Problem
Jesus
is, you let
Christ.
this thing go for a week and it's like visible, but yeah, I just need to go super low on the cut. I'm trying to go Fusi route. Fusi's got that like really tiny little hairline. I think he initially.
So your ultimate goal, let me get this straight. Hold on, just so we're on the same page. Your ultimate goal is crackhead Fusi tube.
Yep.
Manic, the manic brown person.
Yep. That's where he's going with this.
Stop talking. Just stop talking. I can't. I can't. I can only take so much at a time. iDubbbz. Stop. Give me a break for a second.
Oh,
Please never become self-aware. This is too good. Oh my god.
oh yeah.
He tattooed his
this has
hairline,
gotta
but I
be
think it's
fetish.
a normal hairline now. I'm gonna go for that.
Shout out FouseyTube. We love you.
Wait, did you say he was gonna tattoo a hairline? You gotta stop. It's gonna be a tattooed. So, let's compile the full look. It's gonna tattoo his hairline that is receding.
Yep. Receding hairline tat. Got it.
Bleach blonde dye the peach fuzz he has on his hair, so he looks like a cum-stained penis with an outline around it.
Oh god.
I can't even picture this. Oh my god.
I know you gotta head out soon,
Yeah.
so don't want to keep you too long, but
So,
Hold on. Gonna call it. Gonna call it right now.
What?
How much we betting in chat? Damn it, I'm not monetized yet, so I can't put bets in chat. Okay, well, how many emotes are we gonna? You all have to like the video if I'm right. I'm gonna bet a like on the stream on the video right now that they end this. They end that his exit from this segment is them both going free Palestine and saying the mantra. I'm betting it right now. I'm betting it right now. I can feel it. I can feel it.
Feel it in your
Come on,
bones.
iDubbbz. I'm edging, man. Let me come. let me come. I'm feeling it right now.
Oh god.
I love how he looks into Satan's asshole with a blank face. You just saw the eye of Sauron. They're gonna say it, and you all have to like the video. I can feel it. I can feel it. Come on, guys. Don't let me down.
good.
There's-
I've enjoyed it. It feels good to speak on some of these things because it's don't have too many opportunities to do it. I'll slave
You
away in
don't
my
have
videos
to.
to try to make a point, but there's too many points to be made.
So we got confirmation on a third video. He did content cop, content deputy, and the next one's gonna be content cuck. So stay tuned for that,
Content
guys.
cuck.
There's another one coming.
yeah, it's a good opportunity. I don't know, chatting with people, especially because I mean, you
Come
you
on,
have
guys,
a
don't let me down.
podcast,
Don't let
right?
me down.
And,
Mhm.
I don't know how
We've taken it
frequently.
offline though. We're just on Patreon now exclusively.
Smart.
Just getting too much hate. The humiliation on YouTube was too real, so now you got to go specifically to Patreon. Yeah, you guys got to pay to see the humiliation now, because that's what his podcast is. Just an hour of his wife humiliating him a day.
But that's I feel like when you're just dropping videos, it's hard to. People will form a perception of you based on a condensed version of the things you think and arguments and video edits, and that's it can lead people to have.
Yeah, he can scam easier now. Exactly. Well, is it scamming? I mean, it's basically, well, his wife's got OnlyFans for her simps. So this is his sexual pleasure. He's got a humiliation fetish, and he's charging people to indulge in that fetish. It's his version of OnlyFans. I wouldn't say it's a scam if the people who are, maybe there's a bunch of people watching who get off on the humiliation of others. So maybe it's a mutually
Maybe it's,
beneficial thing. Yeah.
I give it a take.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like
could be.
like guys like tits, OnlyFans girls. You pay them, they show you tits, and
Yeah,
everybody
yeah,
wins.
yeah.
You know, maybe it's that.
Perceptions
Could
about you
very
that you're
well.
not like a person that has complex thoughts and thinks things about.
Yeah.
You're not a person who has complex thoughts and thinks things. You're right, Noah. Nailed it. Man, I picked the right time to unpause that one. Oh my god.
Nice.
Well, I think the podcast and live stream format is such a great way to. I mean, I need to be exposed to it more because I'm still to this day. I just worry because I think I want to like fully formulate a thought or a position.
One day you'll get there, man. I believe in you.
One day.
One day you will fully formulate
Formulate
a
that
thought. Just hang in there, man. Keep practicing. You'll get
You
there.
got it.
I believe in you. Free Palestine. They're gonna say it. Come on, guys.
About a particular topic, and I'm like, I have a lot of feelings about a lot of issues, and it just feels like it feels irresponsible.
He learned empathy at 32, and now he's feeling feelings.
He's got feelings.
He's feeling so many feelings about so many things and stuff.
Inside him.
Go write some poetry, man.
right.
Get it out. What is this, second puberty?
Have a midlife crisis or something.
God.
Just
Holy fuck.
stop making us a part of
To
it.
kind of freely talk about it on air in front of a live audience, because I'm like, I haven't, it's really important for me to communicate how I feel about something effectively, and if it feels like I'm only...
So when are you gonna do that? I mean, that's important to you. So far, you have failed at every attempt. When are you gonna communicate how you feel effectively? That last part seems like the important part you're missing.
The effect of communication.
like 50% there. I'm like, what a waste, man. Like, I needed to save that, craft it, and put into a video.
Yeah, I feel like that's a very good instinct to have, to just not want to speak on things until you fully understand them. That's how I've always been. I don't like really going live and talking about things, or even like working through research on things, but just
Yeah, he just doesn't do any of that. Work on things, research
Research.
things. Nah,
None
it's
of
too
it.
much work. I don't really feel like doing all that.
You can't.
in the last like week of streaming, it feels like it's a lot of times it's helpful even to just be like, I don't know shit about this, so maybe you can tell me something about it, and maybe we can postulate. But beyond that, I don't know anything, and I'll want to learn about it. So like, let's learn about it, or let's. I just did a stream where we did like a GeoGuessr thing. I don't know if you saw it, but I'm literally an idiot when it comes to countries and states, and I'm American, so that's probably a part of it. But it's like, that's kind of embarrassing. That's going on.
I mean, no one's half the battle.
I mean, there's a lot of reasons why you're an idiot, but being American ain't one of them.
No.
Online and doing something I wouldn't do in a scripted video where I'm supposed to be smart. But in a lot of ways we aren't smart about certain things. So I think it's I think
It's
cool
good.
you're doing a podcast.
It's very
so-
humanizing. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I like those authentic moments. I mean, that's I guess the benefit that I've kind of learned over the years is that people give you a lot of grace when you are live streaming. You can say a lot, you can be a lot dumber, and people, they fuck with it. So it's
That
cool.
except
I'll try to
the
do more of that.
slop tubers who
Please do more live streaming. Unscripted iDubbbz is comedic gold. This is the best content you've made. Is just watching you fumble about.
make the clips. Everybody, normal people fuck with that. I think making mistakes.
Yeah, true.
One last question. Did you
He
send
literally just said the only part of your content that normal people fuck with are the mistakes. They clip the
Yeah.
mistakes. He's even getting cooked by Noah Samsung. Oh my god, how far have you fallen, iDubbbz? The fuck happened to you?
Man, like you
Fuck.
said, he's
send the skulls?
he's into it.
What is your opinion on the skulls, and did you send them?
Oh, yeah, what's your opinion
I
on the skulls, and
didn't
did you
send
send
the skulls?
Let's
I
see his
don't
opinion
know.
on it.
I thought the skulls thing was kind
Let's see if he finds a way to justify them. Like, what's the justification for the skulls? I'm happy one of them finally brought it up because they've been avoiding it. But yeah, let's hear it. What's the justification for the skulls?
of humorous to hear that.
Nope,
Um,
it's not.
Especially when I heard that they were like from skulls.com or some shit like that.
Oh, so it's just a funny prank, bro. It's just a funny prank, bro. I thought it was funny because it came from a website. See, that's how you know it's not a threat. It's not like, they were real human skulls. Well, I mean, they were real human skulls, but it's not like somebody killed people to get those skulls. They came from
That
a
we know
website.
of.
They came from a website, and that makes it non-threatening and funny, guys. It's just a prank, bro. FouseyTube's my hero.
Oh, God.
That made it funny.
Yeah,
Made it funny.
just a death threat to a.
It's a death threat. He admits it's a death threat. Yeah, it's pretty funny. Just a death threat. You know, a funny, humorous death threat.
among friends.
Oh my god.
That's all it was.
I don't understand how they can be this blatant about it and people still defend them. Like he's just saying it. Unscripted Noah might be just as funny as unscripted iDubbbz. Holy shit.
Father, a family.
Among friends.
Yeah, just a death threat, just a funny death threat to a father and his family. Yeah, like you can see him just like, it's clear that he doesn't agree with it and he's trying to come to terms with it in real life. I feel like we're watching one of those hostage videos where the girl's got to read from the note, but she's like blinking in Morse code for help. Like, I don't want to be here. Just that's it. That we just heard his verbal like, help me. I've been taken hostage by this. Help me, get me out of this orbit. Me out of Hassan's orbit. Someone please send help.
That was his Morse code.
That was it. We just heard his cry for help.
Oh my god.
Yeah, was it a death threat?
I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. I don't really want out of the orbit. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Oh God.
Oh,
Doc,
just the.
with the serial number still attached and the packaging still on it.
To be honest, I didn't know anything about it because I think it was linked to as like was it a response to my content column?
No.
Or was that before? I don't even
No, I see you trying to insert yourself into it, but that came before your content cop. You had nothing to do with it. You didn't trigger that. I know you're dying to think that you're important enough that people would send skulls to another person's house and give them death threats in your defense, but no, you ain't the main character, bruh.
No.
remember.
Do you think he sent the skulls himself?
I don't. Let's put it this way. I don't endorse sending skulls to anyone's houses. Especially
What if they ordered?
clients.
What if they
Yeah, do you think he sent it himself? Answer that one.
ordered from skulls.com?
If you run skulls.com and someone places an order for skulls in the LA area, like, I think it is your duty to not make that shipment happen. I think you should stop that shipment at all costs.
Smart, safe, very good.
All right, dude. Well,
All right,
thanks
man.
for
Well,
having
appreciate
me.
you coming on. Yeah, I think we raised probably
He's like,
5,000 since
"Thank
you've been
God."
here. So that's
They're going to say it. All right, so basically he's blaming skulls.com now. It's your
Yeah.
duty to not send it to somebody's house. Like, you should have known better. Blah, blah, blah. So it's still not the person's fault who did it. Like, there's
No.
always a cope. It's not their
Yeah.
fault. Oh, it was a joke. Oh, well, the company shouldn't have let us place that order. They should have known that this wasn't allowed. Like, there's so many reasons why it's not just their fault. Because they can't admit fault for anything. They can't take responsibility for anything. Because they've grown, they've learned empathy, but they haven't learned how to take responsibility. Cool. Okay. It's sad to think about how easily and willing he was to betray. He's probably been stewing for a while, because this all stews from
Yeah.
jealousy. He is jealous of the success of Ethan, because Ethan's been able to purge his audience and rebuild it 3 or 4 times at this point. Like, he is like the cockroach of YouTube that can't be killed. And iDubbbz wants desperately to be that. He desperately tried to purge his audience and he never recovered from it. Meanwhile, Ethan's done that like 4 times. He is desperately jealous of his friend and trying to be that, and he's willing to sell his soul and betray his friend to get there. Yeah. I mean, it is sad. Jealousy's a bitch.
Yeah.
But this is pathetic. Also, I'm about to pop a boner. Like, I've been sitting here edging, but I'm telling you guys, you all need to get your fingers ready on the like button. That Free Palestine's coming. I know it is. They can't resist saying the mantra, because they're like cult members. They say it when they see each other. You know, it's a greeting and a goodbye. It's their aloha. It's their Free Palestine. Aloha. Yeah. It's coming. I know it is. I can feel it.
super
Man,
awesome.
Good grind. Well,
Yes,
thank
sir.
you guys. And good job fucking raising the money. I think that's sick as fuck. And free Palestine.
Yes, sir. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. Yes, sir. Free Palestine.
Of course. Bye.
I called it. I knew it. I fucking knew it.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, it just came. I'm gonna have to change the pants now. I told you. I told you it was coming. I knew it. I knew it. Cult-like behavior is fucking predictable.
Yeah.
I knew it.
It
Here
is.
it comes.
You're right.
Free Palestine. Free Palestine. Yes, sir. Free Palestine. And, like, the second one felt so forced. Oh my god. All right, everybody hit like.
Jesus H.
Everybody hit like. I
Christ.
fucking knew it. Oh my god. Well, that was a shit show.
Keep saying Christ. Yes, so we just sat here and watched Bargain Bin Edward Norton for like 2 hours.
Two boring monotone
Kirkland
people
Brand.
talking boring monotone voices. Like, I feel like I could have skipped the first half of that.
Yes, you could
Because
have.
all I cared about was the part where he talked about creator. Because they talked about absolutely fucking nothing
No.
for the first half,
Yeah.
other than how much they hate their content and they hate their fans, but it's not their fault. But it's it was just that circular logic for the
weird,
first
yeah.
half of it. It was just like a cope session for the first half of that, which I don't know what I was expecting, but yeah, it was just a fucking cope session. And then they actually talk about something people want to hear about at the end of it, in which case that all boiled down to it's just a prank, bro. And if it wasn't a prank, it's Skulls.com's fault. And if it, like it's still not their fault.
Yeah.
And free Palestine. And there you go.
Yep, that was.
Oh, and Creator Clash also isn't their fault, and they're not hiding behind the charity that isn't actually associated with the event. So you guys should still go to the event, but you're going to the event because charity. But they're not hiding behind that charity, and it's your fault for not supporting the event because you don't support charity that they're not hiding behind.
Yeah.
It's not his fault that he
It's
made a
not their
content
fault.
cop 2 months before the event was supposed to launch, that he couldn't wait 2 months to make the content cop. No, it had to happen now. Ethan must be stopped. He's evil, guys. He's evil. It's fucking ridiculous. Like, it's so fucking transparent.
Oh my goodness.
All right, well, there you go. There's our check-in with the Cult of Hassan for the day. And it is almost 4 a.m.
Oh yeah.
So I think it might be time to call it quits here, guys. That was the meat and tomatoes of tonight's content.
Meat and potatoes.
Meat and tomatoes. Free Palestine.
Oh god.
Oh my god. Dude,